Hello everyone, welcome in, happy Saturday to you. I am so excited for today's stream, can you tell, considering we are starting almost an hour early? Also, just out of curiosity, did that sound actually play? I didn't... I forgot that it did that last time I streamed. Also, hello Van, it's going by. I forgot to check my settings before I, started again, because I am that excited. Are we ready for a real crazy time? We will be on track for chaos, and what other train stuff can we say? Mind the gap between our abilities and our, final results. That's all of the things I have so far. Welcome in to Rai, Azzy, Benny, and Sam. Thank you so much for being here, even though we're starting early. I really appreciate that there's people here at the start of streams. That really helps a lot. Because you know the nerves when you start streaming, and you're like, oh no, no one's here. But welcome back to Montai City. It's been a while since we were last in this city, mainly because my schedule just cannot accommodate more than 2.5 games at a time. But yeah, so last time we worked on this area actually, which is the Music Academy. Now, I haven't really touched it much since, but I have gone in to find our dear Activity Plaza, which we were struggling to find last time. So yeah, this is the building I was looking for. We found it in the end. And yeah, it's here. And then I just went in to actually re-layout everything because I wasn't really feeling the layout we were doing on stream. So this is kind of the remains of what we had last time. I moved it here. And then we will see what happens here. I kind of want to bring in other community buildings before I finalize the layout of the Music Academy. So that's why we kind of left it here. Since the last time we streamed this as well, there's been some new, I don't know what you call it, net lane things. Basically, if you play this game, there are these, is it this? This thing that you can download, and then you can place down custom paths and stuff. So there are new ones that allow you to blend in with this texture, basically, the one that's originally on the road. There are now net lanes that actually blend in with it. So I went in to adjust some of it, but not all of it. So you can see here, it's still not fully fixed. So we will slowly kind of figure this out. And yeah, so it looks like a treble clef or something musical. That's what I thought. I feel like this was... because I did a trial run before we did the stream, just to make sure that, okay, at least there is a concept there. And something about this shape just felt so much like an amphitheater or a concert hall kind of thing. So it works perfectly with the whole Music Academy idea. You read that as treble chef and now you need a restaurant called that. I mean, there is this game called the Kebab Chefs, I think. I have it actually. I kind of played a bit of it, and yeah, but that may be a potential game you can try, and then you'll call it treble chef. You can also call it terrible chef. That's another one. Okay, but today I actually wanted to continue and expand our little Cubby Cliff area. Still struggling to pronounce it. Okay, there's so many things to run through because off stream I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes planning for this city. Oh, I don't have that picture. Okay, but basically, do I have actually? No, I don't have it. But basically, I've been looking at the map, thinking of what to do. And I actually was recently away for the whole week for Chinese New Year. So lots of free time to think about stuff, right? So I've been making so many graphics and things, so many things to show you. But which one should I show first? Let's see. If I open... Okay, so behind the scenes stuff, right? That I just want to show people. Here we go. Not this one. Display capture 2. Oh, I guess that works. Well, it was supposed to crop, but I guess it's not doing that anymore. Yeah, so this is all of the stuff I've been working on in the background. If you'd like to check out the real-time progress of this, I actually am putting it in our Discord. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Rai. Stream Elements chooses to work on the one time I don't open the tab to have check on it. So thank you, Stream Elements, and thank you, Rai. If you'd like to join the Discord... Oh, no. I've done it again. Hold up. Pause. Okay, well, if anyone actually wants to use the command, I think the link's still old, so it's fine. If anyone wants to actually join and it doesn't work, just tell us in chat and I'll send a new one. But basically, where did we start? We started with this. So I've been trying to come up with posts to put on Instagram. Basically, I've had an Instagram for this channel for the longest time, never knew what to post on it. So with the whole changing of the grid to the 5:4 ratio thing, I felt like it was perfect time to make some posters for the city. So we have all of this so far. So new beginnings, these are basically stuff that we covered in the first few episodes. And then I've come up with some names for certain areas of the city so far, right? So this area I'm thinking can be called Mount Owl Bay because it literally is a grouping of mountains and owls. And as I kind of like work through all of this, I like experimented a bit with incorporating like traditional Chinese languages and stuff, like the text of it in the posters as well, because the whole idea of this series is that it is influenced by what I experienced in Taiwan, right? And I wanted it to feel like something that would exist. Oh gosh, that's small. I wanted it to feel like something that could potentially exist in real life, right? So after I added words, I actually kind of like it as part of the graphic design, in particular with the metro map. So let me maybe open this one so it's bigger. And then like if we do this. So the owl we are working on right now is actually West Owl, right? So if I do this, like, so this island that we're on, I'm gonna call it West Owl. And as per the previous concept map that I showed, now we have like this more properly done up. So lots of random rail lines. I just kind of wanted to make sure that I had a sense of where things are going to develop, and I wanted it to feel authentically Taiwanese in terms of what I experienced, which was that Taiwan is crazy with their trains. Like, there are trains everywhere. There are so many different types of trains. So I live in a place where we only have metro trains. So which again is already like quite something, right? But over there are light rails, trams, heavy rails, underground trains, overground trains, automated trains, high-speed rails, regional rail. It is crazy. So I was like, you know, we need this city to go along with that vibe, and we will completely depend on trains to get people going around. So that's kind of where this network came from. So there are 4 different types of things I'm hoping to focus on with the connections, right? Which is that there is metro trains, so like short stations, high capacities, stuff like that. And then the dotted line here is actually gonna be the equivalent of an express regional train. Now, City Skylines is not the largest in terms of land area, right? I think it was 20 kilometers. Actually, I'm not sure. Wait, let's try. So so the dotted lines here is actually where we can build, right? You want to go there? It is, I really enjoyed my time there. And, oh, actually, no, it's less than 20 km. It's like 14.3 kilometers. So not really large enough to have proper high-speed rail, but I thought just to compromise, a regional rail works as well. So let's just bring that back up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so the dotted lines are gonna be like express regional rails. And then there will be trams and buses as well, but I haven't decided which lines will turn into those. So we will develop this over time. Like, I just wanted this to be around as a concept map. And as we develop it, we will figure out which lines make more sense to be light rail, heavy rail. There are ways to customize it in the game, so we will explore that. Also, what's going to be fun is which ones are going to be underground versus like above ground. So yeah, there's all of that. This is how I occupied my time literally across the entire time we were traveling. And I feel like today is going to be a full-on train-focused episode because we're going to be working on our first district center, which revolves around a train network. Not a train network, a transport hub basically. So we're going to place a train station here, and then surrounding it, I actually want to create like little shopping areas, offices and stuff. So I guess it's perfect for a longer stream because we have time to actually turn things into actual developments. So is it weird that you want to travel them all, like the train lines, or they actually look so real? I think that's kind of how I want to approach this series this time round. Like, I really want it to feel like, I mean, obviously we know this is all made up, this is just a game and stuff, but I've always wanted to explore ways of creating cities that would at least be convincing enough in real life, even if they don't exist. And in terms of like practicing graphic design and stuff as well, I would want this kind of thing to just be like a how do I put it? Like, it's almost like a portfolio exercise, like a practice of, you know, hi, I can make fake metro maps, so maybe you can hire me in future for real ones. So this will kind of be all of that for us, and just like experimenting, sharing little bits of my journey, and I actually have a lot of pictures prepared for like today. So while we're on that subject, so wait, let's bring up here we go. So the idea is we have a fictional little agency. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. A fictional agency that will be supposedly in charge of developing all of the transit networks, right? So we're gonna call it Montai Transit. The slogan's a work in progress. At the moment, I have freedom to move, but I do not know what else to call it. So yeah, so this agency is gonna be the one creating all of the stuff, and not gonna lie, I spent half of my Taiwan trip actually playing around with branding for it, so let's bring up this other one. This is literally, like, my partner saw me working on this on the train while we were traveling between cities. And so there's all of these things, like there's the train line colors, there are station graphics, there's displays and stuff. I had a bit too much, like, I went a bit too crazy with it, which is why the title of today is called Rail Crazy. Yeah, no. I think, do I need help? I might need help. Yeah, but this is the sort of thing that I just get very, like, I don't know, it just excites me to play around with things like this. They don't have to exist in real life, but it's just thinking of these shapes and playing around with how things will look are kind of fun for me, so... No, right, this is not the reason why we're doing it. Like, I have to give the context of why we're doing this series, right? So, yeah, we'll explore these over time as I create the maps. Oh, yeah, there's this one too. So, like, as we develop our lines, right, we can actually create proper diagrams and things. So, yeah, all of this is going to be happening as we create our actual city, and that will be fun. So, okay, but first off, let us work on the area, right? So, this is here we go again, struggling. Cubby Cliff. And what I'm thinking to do for the district center, right, it's actually focus on this area, turning it into a staggered train station. So I tried to experiment a bit with this in the thumbnail like build that I was doing. This is gonna take a bit of finicking around, so let's just see what happens, and we will work with whatever like layout we end up with. Thank you, Asian, right? I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's just something I'm like naturally interested in, I guess. And I knew this being like just living in Singapore, because I find our trains and stuff fascinating as well, but it is the extent of which Taiwan's like experiencing their network really got me inspired, and they take it so seriously in terms of it's almost like a cultural thing for them. Like, trains are part of their culture. You can go into like shops everywhere in the city and come up with like they will sell all sorts of merchandise for their train stuff. It's very Japanese in that sense. Like, we mentioned this the last time on stream, but I find Taiwan's culture is very much influenced by Japan, also because they have like a shared history. And it's just so cool to see a country that invested in like having their infrastructure be more than just the, like, what's the word for it? Almost like, it goes beyond just the practical existence of, oh, it's a train that gets me from A to B. They treat it so much more as like it's a part of our lives. And then they go to so much effort to create like a very artistic, cultural, cool way of getting people excited about trains. That was really cool to see. Thank you, Benny, I appreciate that. Oh dear. Yeah, so so as we keep going on this series, we will explore all of the potential things. I'm just glad, honestly, that we have made it to an episode 3 of this series. Because my history of playing this game on like video and stuff is that I usually stop at 2. So the fact that we are at episode 3 is worth celebrating over. Okay, so I have placed down this elevated subway station first, right? And what I'm trying to do is actually create it in a way that we can build underneath it as well. So I don't want it to just be like plopping down the station and then that's done. I kind of want to treat it as though it was a proper development where the entire place was thought through at once. So first things first, let's like figure out the landscaping and the terrain and stuff. It's an inspirational space that reflects culture. You love it when city planners do that. Yeah, I think that's a very good way of summing up how I felt about looking at all of their, like, experiencing their city from an outsider's, like, tourist point of view. And I fully acknowledged that, like, there were flaws that I saw, definitely, which every city has, right? Like, I wouldn't recommend their buses. Their buses, you don't have to, are there actual, like, Disneylands or stuff in Taiwan? I don't think there are. It's not like you need it when they have the buses. Ooh, the way they drive, it's scary. It is. You will fly off your seat, literally. So, stick to trains. But yeah, just everything about it is so much... It's such a vibrant experience, basically. And sometimes I wish... Because Singapore is known for having supposedly like well-planned infrastructure and stuff, but we don't have that same culture of like, wow, we love our trains. And I wish there was a bit more of that. There you go. Bus gonna get you there yesterday. Oh my gosh, their buses are... Like, I guess it was more the contrast between what we experienced with the train versus their bus network, but it really felt like their buses were just... It was like a different thing altogether. So the buses had terrible schedules. They were never on time. And then when you board it, especially for the touristy routes, they are so full. I had to stand, and it's one of those smaller buses as well because they don't have, like, they have a lot of mountain roads basically, and the big buses don't work at all in places like that, right? So they have to use those, you know, those coach buses kind of where they are like 3 abreast seating and you don't really have spaces to stand. That's sort of the buses they used, and because the buses were so infrequent, it was really full by the time any of them got here. So I had to stand the entire time going up a mountain. It was quite an experience. I don't think I'll do it again. It was my exercise for the year was accomplished purely from that one experience, basically. Oh dear. But it's so interesting how even in the middle of nowhere, so there's a specific national park near Taipei called Yangmingshan. I don't know what the translation of it is, but it's like a giant national park on top of a mountain, right? Oh, actually, wait, let's test this, right? Because I meant to... Okay. Today, we learned that Google Earth exists. So, this is Taipei. Welcome, everyone, to Taipei, one of the few cities that we are inspired by for this series. So, Yangmingshan is here, basically. That's like... It's a giant mountain. And, oh, Sulphur Valley is there? Okay, where do we take our bus? Shilin. Okay, so I took a bus from somewhere here. Shilin's, the station's here, right? So, all the way, I think it went this way, I'm guessing. Well, I don't know where it went, but it went somewhere. All the way to, here, yeah. Can you imagine? There are public bus services that go up to the middle of here. Like, a mountaintop is, like, accessible by public transport. What are the odds? And I just found that to be the case for so much of Taiwan. It's like, visually, you would think that there is no way to get anywhere other than maybe a car or taxi. But no, there's just buses. They're not the most frequent, but they exist. Really, Rai? Okay, cool. Yeah, so this was, can I click on this actually? Oh my gosh, this was such a... I don't think this works as well as on Google Maps, so... It's okay, well, you can look at this, like, on Google Maps, but... That mountain, if you're going to Taipei, like, make sure you explore this area, it's really cool. There were, like, buffaloes and things. We chose a really bad day to go, because it was super windy, super cold. Yeah, so there's so much of this kind of stuff, and then... Where else was... So, they also... I can't find it. Where is it? Here, I think. Yeah. Okay, Jiufen is one of the touristy places as well. So, I think... Is it Spirited Away? Something from Studio Ghibli was inspired by this place. It's like a mountain top, like, town thing. And then there are these streets that have really, really cool, like, architecture. I didn't bring any, but let's see. You can go this way. And what's that iconic street? Yeah, this thing. There are literally roads like this, up and down stairs. Make sure you can actually climb stairs if you're going to visit that place. But it's really cool. So, buses go up here as well. Literally, just up the mountain. So, it was so cool how well connected a lot of these random, like, mountainous areas were. Even if it was by really crazy running buses. So, yeah. And that's kind of something that I want to apply to this city since it's inspired by my experience, right? Is that we have mountains over here, and I kind of want to create it so that like trains and buses can actually reach this area, and there'll be ways to kind of explore this entire park, I guess. There's one here and one here. So, there we go. Also, I don't know why the city's so foggy today. It does that sometimes, and I can't really control it. You love Spirited Away? I feel like I would be someone who would enjoy Studio Ghibli shows, and then I just never get around to watching them. So, because I'm always like, if I want to sit down and watch it, I want to make sure that I'm fully focused on it, and I just never get around to looking. So yeah, till now, I've not really watched it properly, and I really should, because... Yeah, it's the right vibes, I feel. So why not, right? Who has watched Studio Ghibli stuff? Okay. Anyway, back to our little built-up area. There's gonna be this is gonna be basically Cubby Cliff District Center, let's call it. And I know we are supposedly building based on like Taiwan and stuff, but I actually want to create this area to be kind of like train stations that I've seen in the Netherlands. So I've not been to the Netherlands, but Instagram has just been feeding me lots of posts about like cycling in Netherlands. And then they show these train stations where the cycling roads basically go underneath the station, and then there'll be like a bicycle parking area, and then you take escalators up to get to the train station. That's kind of what I want to do for this like little area. We will try, because again, this is the first time I'm doing it, right? So let's just not select the nodes, maybe. You have, which ones have you seen? There's quite a few of them. Spirited Away, I think, is the one that was inspired by Jiufen, I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Okay, so, and then I do want to do it in a way that is stacked. So if oh, this is gonna be annoying. This is a very much like a custom way of creating areas, right? So I expect a lot of glitches when it comes to what we'll be able to achieve here. So once again, good that we are having a slightly longer stream today. We have more to show, by the way, like in terms of little pictures. I have pictures that I actually took from the journey, so we'll like focus on building a bit first for those who are here purely for the building. Most of them, do you have a favorite? Some are scary. Are they? I thought Studio Ghibli was the kind of a very peaceful, wholesome, feel-good kind of vibe. So, well, as long as it's not like the shot that Rai posted recently with her Brambles playthrough. That was not the best thing to watch when I was all alone in a hotel room at almost midnight yesterday. Oh no, it might have been 2 days ago actually. I can't remember like exactly, but yeah. So okay, and then now the one thing unfortunately that we don't have right now is actually any sort of proper staircase or escalator area. So it's gonna be kind of ugly, but I'm gonna just put paths down just to serve as the like connected ramps for this area, and then eventually when someone releases stairs or escalators, I will change it. So don't mind that this little bit looks kind of horrible. So yeah, just think of this ramp as escalator. It was not the best thing to play. Yeah, no, I don't think I would. That's not a game I see myself ever playing, basically. Not the best at scary games, as we've mentioned before on stream, but yeah. Ponyo and Totoro. Yeah. Okay, so those are the two that I've heard of. So the other less common ones, I'm not sure like what they are, but those at least. Okay. So just laying out the general concept first, right? So I'm kind of basing it off what you saw, like what is in the thumbnail, with my draft, right? And then from there we will adjust it. But the idea is create the paths, and then I'm gonna like put buildings around the little cliffs and stuff, just to make it seem like a little hillside shopping street, if you will. Again, inspired by what I saw. And then we'll have to do something about the road, because with this chosen layout, right, the tracks are actually a bit too close to this road. I will have to do it maybe under a tunnel or just underneath something. So this will be adjusted as well. But yeah, so how's everyone's week? What have you been up to? How's life been? Yeah, anything interesting to share? I have to just very quickly say as well, like, I have been loving your streams, Azzy. So, because you stream around the time that I, like, slightly before I wake up for the day, right? So to see your, like, streams the first thing when I wake up, along with Granny as well, by the way, the two of you, like, it's so lovely to have streams the moment I wake up. And it's just so lovely. I love the vibes that both of you bring to your streams. And I just, like, the fact that you go on for 6 hours as well. See? I mean, I don't know how you do it. Yeah, so it's so nice to see you streaming, and I look forward to seeing more of what you get up to. Thank you. Look at Rai modding herself. Oh dear. Okay, so let's bring in some buildings, shall we? Oh, we also save. Look at how many different parts of the second episode I kind of accidentally did. Also, we're changing save names. We're gonna do numbers this time because I'm a bit sick of typing letters. You have a break? I'm thinking, considering, like, my goal is to still just go out until our usual ending time. We might have to take a break for today's stream too. And then I can test out my Be Right Back screen, because I haven't used it so far. Okay, so let me bring in some of the modern architecture? No, urban promenades, I think. Buildings, here we go. Okay, so we have lots of these buildings, and I kind of want to... So this is how I'm gonna hide that there is basically a cliffside sort of situation. Let's bring in some nice buildings. Okay. And again, if you weren't here last time we were streaming, right? I'm currently using a lot of placeholder buildings, which means that they don't actually populate and create like a bigger city. The reason why I'm doing that is that right now, the game kind of doesn't like it when you place buildings far away from roads, and then that causes a lot of pop-ups being like, oh, your building's not connected, oh, there's no utilities. And I do not want to do that at all. So they're all fake buildings right now, and then I'm hoping that when someone comes up with a mod that allows you to actually customize where specifically things go, like in City Skylines 1, there were these blocks that you could place anywhere that serve like different services, different types of residential. I'm waiting for a mod like that, and then we can go around populating the city. The other reason why I'm doing that is because this game tends to kind of slow down once you reach a certain population size, and I don't really want it to do that right now. So I feel like for my computer, it starts to cause problems around 200,000 people. So I want to be very slow with our growth in terms of the actual city. So yeah, that's why I'm using all of the fake buildings. You like how I mesh them all together? Thank you, Azzy. Yeah, so this is really what I love about the mods in City Skylines, is that you have the ability to create these kind of like unique shapes from piecing things together, basically. I feel like without this, it's not modular enough for me to actually enjoy myself playing this game. GG visited. Oh, it's GG. Okay, so because I was watching back one of your streams and you mentioned someone visiting you, but I didn't catch who it was. Is the little one's birthday party? So home fam was. Oh, that was lovely. Happy little one's birthday. I play so differently to anyone you've ever seen. Really? Who have you seen, actually? Because I feel like I learned a lot of these little tricks from watching people like Infrastructurist, Palms Time, and Strict Toaster back when they were doing videos. And some of them are really crazy. They'll do these kind of wavy, like nature things. I kind of want to try that one day, but it's really cool. He wants more. Does he now? I'm pretty sure he's a bit more focused on Mr. Beast. Oh dear me. I have been thinking about the whole situation with stream schedules, by the way, because I have how many? Okay, so we've got this series, Montai City, running through long-running series right now, basically. So we've got this series, we've got Dinkum Hardcore, we've got the Sims 4 Build Roulette series that we need to finish. I technically would do my actual Dinkum Island as well, but we haven't had time. And then there are just random things I want to play. And I'm finding that I just do not have enough days in my schedule to play the games I want to play. And it's just like, I don't know what to do, because to be honest, I don't think I can commit more days to streaming right now, right? Because I'm in the midst of trying to figure out what to do for my freelance stuff for the year. So like, and that's the one that covers my day-to-day living expenses, right? The streams are more for just for fun and stuff. So I need to prioritize that first, obviously. But because of that, so like I can't really dedicate another day to streaming yet, unless I can figure out what I'm gonna do to, like, with all of that. Which leaves me with a bit of a pickle in terms of how to play games without having gaps of weeks in between. Like the last time we did Montai City was 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? So yeah, it's games I want to play, and it's games that I would like to keep at least consistent enough that if anyone wants to commit to watching the series, they don't have to feel like, oh, I've watched one video of this now, the next time I see this is only gonna be 4 weeks away, so I'm kind of sick of waiting, goodbye, sort of thing. Don't have to do it all at once. I know, but I've kind of accidentally caused that upon myself, because I've started 4 series and then like, I started 4 series before finishing any of them. So, okay, in terms of culling it down, right, I think the easy one is to just die in Dinkum Hardcore. That solves one series. Montai City, we have to build, so we have no choice. And then the build roulette's kind of a seasonal thing. It's like when we finish the build, that's it. So I'm less worried about that. But yeah, so you're just greedy because you're a big fan. I understand that. Given that I've been there for 10 years of your content, I can see where that comes from. Oh dear, okay. So we see the vision, right, in terms of the whole, like, kind of high street sort of thing, but layered across different levels and stuff. I don't really know what to do with this area yet because the road isn't really aligned the way I want. Actually, maybe we should do that now. So something like this. And welcome back, Benny. What movie are they set up for? Is it The Conjuring? Was it The Conjuring that you've been watching? I feel like the joke I've been making whenever I see that in chat is that like, oh, he's heading from one horror to the next. Like for both your stream and for both like Rai's stream and my stream, whenever you say you're off to watch like another horror movie, I'm like, okay, yes, staying in the same genre, I see. Oh dear. Okay, so there we go. Realign the road. So the train line will keep going. Oh yes, I didn't connect it up this side as well. So there's like a placeholder on the other side right now. There we go. Something like that. And then... Looks so satisfying. You love your building placement. Would this be the kind of game that you would try, Azzy? Because I see how you approach storytelling and stuff. And if like it's something you'd like, I feel like City Skylines is a really good place to explore all of this kind of storytelling. It's almost like you're telling the story of a society almost, or like that specific city. So the different districts and like how they come together, like based on stories as well. You put on The Conjuring 2 for the... Oh dearie me. I've watched one horror movie in cinemas before. The thing is, I do not remember what it was. And honestly, I don't even remember the plot anymore. It was just... What was it? See, I'm terrible because if I watch a horror movie and stuff, my eyes are covered for half of it. So the 2 times I've been to the cinema to watch a horror movie were a waste of money, waste of time. Not a waste of popcorn though, because that's how I would distract myself, basically. So, one of it was as yet forgotten movie. The other one that I've watched is Train to Busan. I will say though, even as someone who doesn't watch or like this kind of genre, Train to Busan was very well done. Like in terms of the production of it, really good. You have played City Skylines but not modded. Oh yes, okay, the whole game is completely different, modded versus unmodded. So, you think City Skylines will be an off-channel game for me? You don't think you record it? That's fair, actually. Like, for the longest time, I struggled with whether or not I wanted to play this on streams and stuff. In terms of, there is a lot that goes on with... You know, like, you want to build stuff and you kind of will do a lot of experimenting, and it's not necessarily the most engaging if you have nothing to say while you're doing it. So, and it's one of those games sometimes as well that it's just nice to sit and, you know, like quietly build, watch your city grow, all those things. So perfectly valid. But I think for me, why I wanted to do this series specifically was that there were things to talk about, I feel like, whereas normally I wouldn't really I wouldn't want to stream a game like this. I'd rather play it on my own time as well. Train to Busan was fantastic. Yeah, it really was. And I think it's a really old movie at this point, right? Sorry, just like... It's spreading from Rai. My nose is very itchy, I don't know why. So I just did like a little bit of a scratch. The outside of my nose, I will say. Just to clarify. Okay, so here we go. Oh, okay, and getting messages on my phone. There we go, lovely. Okay. So there we go. Oh no. It's spreading. My issue with my nose recently has been that I wake up with a sniffly nose. Like, it's fine by the time I get to the time I stream, right? But for some reason, when I wake up, it's always just sniffly and stuff. I suspect something in my room is dusty. And I just need to get around to actually, like, cleaning stuff, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. Dust is annoying. It's so high maintenance. It's just... You dust things off, and then a day later it just decides to land, just like, yes, hi, I'm here to disrupt your day again, and then it just lands, and it contributes nothing to life, other than being an extra thing to clean up. Like, what's the point of dust? Deep thought today, like heavy conversation. Discuss. Okay, so we have the train line kind of connected now. So originally I was gonna do a small road going here, but I actually ended up feeling like a mountain, like an overground mountain line would be kind of cool to have in the city. I'm actually building a lot of this, like, not necessarily on practicality, but I want it to be the kind of city that you'll go around and be like, oh my gosh, it's so romantic that there's a train going by. Like, and that's kind of why I love that this little area when you walk here, like there's just a train going by above a park. It's stuff like that that I kind of want to try and do in this city. So, the bunnies. No, the bunnies. Not the bunnies. Dust my enemy. And I don't understand where it comes from. Like, the windows can be closed. The windows can be opened. It just shows up. It's that unwanted friend, or like unsolicited people who visit, right? And knock on your door and be like, hi, I'm here. But this one just walks straight into your room and just lies on your most valuable possessions, and expects you to clean up after itself. So, yeah. No worries, Rai. Okay. So I think that's just the rail area done. And then I want to figure out, cause I want this to be, again, recap from the last time, right? So green spine going this entire stretch. Oh, actually wait, let's refer to this graphic here. So okay, ta-da, here we go. And let me just move this over so that there is more space in it. Stretch, here we go. My gosh, I need to figure out these windows one day. Betty, you are not dust. You are not dust. In fact, you are the reverse of dust. You are... Oh, the word doesn't work very well. It's the tusud. You are tusud. Right? That's how you... That's dust in reverse, yes. Okay, so this is, just as a recap, the plan for the green spine in Cubby Cliff district. So we are currently working on this area. I've decided, because originally this was going to be the district center, but I realized that the train line was going to go here as well. So now we have two district centers. Phase 1 and Phase 2. There will be a creative park in the middle, inspired by actual creative parks in Taiwan. They tend to have a lot of these. And then there's going to be like mixed use stuff, offices here, potentially a bus interchange. I haven't decided yet, but we will have to figure that out, like at some point during today's stream. Tusud, yes, Tusud. Tusud or not Tusud, that is the question. Tusud. Tusud, I think, might be better. Okay, so why did I bring up that picture? There was a reason why we were doing it. Oh yeah, okay, green spine. So green spine meaning I do want to keep some open plazas in this area, just because I foresee if we are going with the whole like inspired by Taiwan layout thing, right? The city's gonna get very densely packed at some point, and I want to keep open spaces as a part of the city layout before we get to that point. So that's kind of why I want to prioritize the whole open space thing. So yeah, okay, so that's why I'm thinking here could be open space, potentially down here as well. And then, but I also want to have that kind of narrow corridor feel. See, the issue with a lot of these urban promenade buildings is that they have stuff sticking out behind, and it's kind of annoying to work with, honestly. Okay, here we go. So, over here you'll have... Oh, it's a blank wall. I don't like that. Do we have an alternative? I mean, it could stick out like this. So that solves the issue. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh my gosh, this whole like ability to freely place buildings is such a lifesaver in this game. And then, oh, actually, we might have to place more. Okay, hold up. Because this side's kind of full, blank as well. So if we place this, And that one's fine. I think with one wall is fine. See, so that fills up the building so much better. And actually, we could even just do that. That's enough. So 3 buildings, 1 fun experience. Okay, and then being mindful that there is a bicycle lane here, so I don't want to actually cut into it. So you have 2 different levels of kind of streets that you can walk. So once we tile it up, so it will be like this, right? Then you can walk along here. I'm envisioning little benches and shops that we can place down, which again, over time, as stuff happens in this game, there will be more coming. Oh, ever since, also, like, since we last played the game, there's been a new region pack that dropped. Let me save my game before we look at it, because I don't trust it to run stably. I don't even know how you would find it, actually. Let's see. Residential buildings, and then maybe... Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so Eastern European buildings have come our way. So, yet another build style that you can now explore. I'm not very familiar with the whole of Eastern Europe in terms of architecture, how the urban planning is done. But it's nice that there are now these extra buildings. There's a lot of these sort of apartment blocks that are useful to have. I feel like they can kind of fit in with the whole East Asian vibes as well. So that's fun. So we can apply a lot of these buildings to when we actually build up the higher rise area, which is probably here. Around Mount Owl Bay, basically. Oh, I forgot to mention. So while we were exploring the whole naming of the city and stuff, right? When I was exploring the names in Mandarin, it was kind of a coincidence, but a happy coincidence. Or as Bob Ross says, happy accidents. Because, oh, I like this building. This is nice. You know what? Okay, wait, we are going to use one of this. This is nice. This is nice. We're going to use these two. Lovely. But basically, Montai was the name that we came up with for this series, right? Because it was mountains and then Taiwan. And then as I was trying to do a translated version of the name, I was just playing around with words that sound similar to Montai, and then I landed on Montai, which is basically... So the Thai is still like Taiwan, it's the same Thai, but Mong is like dream in Mandarin. So it was the perfect name because, in a sense, this is like a imaginary version of a city inspired by Taiwan, right? And then it's almost like a dream Taiwan in a sense, I wouldn't say that what we're building is meant to be a copy of Taiwan. It's just things that inspired me on my trip, and then I just applied to my way of building a city. But it was just such a happy coincidence that that's kind of how it translated. So that's kind of cool. And then the names of the different districts. Let's just bring this up again, alright? Ta-da! Okay. The names of the different areas as well ended up being very lovely names. Mount Owl Bay, in Mandarin sounds... Did I write this down? Here we go. So, this is Mount Owl Bay, right? And then this is the way it's said in Chinese, which is Shan Dao Wan. And it sounds quite nice, quite smooth. It was originally for Owl Bay, but when I translated it into Mandarin, it actually sounds very similar to the same way of saying everyone died, which I think is not really the most appropriate. So we changed it to Mount Owl Bay, and it sounds better. And then the different owls in the city, I'm kind of basing this off how in Taiwan they go by north, south, east, west. So the second word, which is Tao, this one, is owl basically, and then you have Bei Si Nan Dong, which is wait, north. It's so confusing because their north, south, east, west is in a different order. Okay, Bei is north, Si is west, Nan is south, and Dong is east. So it's each of the owls have its own name, right? So for example, West Owl is Si Tao, and it sounds nice. So. And I will say as well, my Mandarin is quite limited, and we are working with traditional, Mandarin. So there are two different types, like one is simplified, one is traditional. I learned simplified growing up, and it's basically, as the name suggests, easier in terms of the strokes and stuff. So the words are simpler. So traditional Chinese takes a bit of getting used to, on top of the fact that my language, like my Mandarin abilities are not the best. So this entire experience is gonna be an interesting one for me. But it's kind of cool that that's kind of what we landed on. So yeah, just random things to throw in for today, I guess. Okay, meanwhile, can I change the color? See. Okay, so this is what happens if you try and place down actual buildings that aren't near roads. Horrible. Okay. Oh, I can change the colors. Oh, lovely. Nice. Okay, so it's good that we have some of these buildings to help us along with our development of the area. And there's some actual packs coming soon. So there is like a region pack. I think 3 more region packs to go. And I think some of the region packs will be useful for helping us with like our buildings as well. So looking forward to that. Okay, why is it doing that? Okay, here we go. It's a nice smooth curve. Oh, I kind of like the building there. I know we just placed it there by accident, or just like temporarily. I do quite like it. Because the idea is when you come in here, right, then this little area is going to be a built-up area as well. I'm envisioning more officers and stuff. But just that view. Uh-oh, what happened to our road? I messed something up. Okay, let's rebuild it. It's fine. No biggie. Okay. Here we go. Also, what fun. Our stream normally would have started at this time. So, we've already got a decent amount of work and conversation in, even before the stream would have started. So that's fun. Oh, wait, what has happened here? That's not what I was supposed to do. Wrong. Wide sidewalk. Here we go. Okay. And then... Okay, we're gonna get to a slightly finicky part of building here. Which is to clean up the terrain. It's kind of annoying. We did this on our first ever City Skylines stream as well, but it's the whole, like, balancing, flattening one side with the other. It tends to be a bit tricky. Okay. So that's flattened. Let's scroll through and see what buildings we have. Because I don't really want to leave this area completely flat or empty, but at the same time, oh, these are quite kind of tall. Okay, see, something like this, if I can get it to fit in with the terrain we have, then at least it makes a bit more use of the space. Oh, should have gone a bit taller, I think, in terms of the terrain. Unless, okay, so single story stuff won't work, or at least these kind of buildings, but if it's a slightly taller building, then there is a chart. Okay, these are gigantic. Nope. See this kind. So it's almost like you enter the building from the ground floor, right? But then you can also exit from the other side, and then that creates a kind of effect. There's this as well. Oh, so many buildings to choose from. But an uncertain decision, because I don't really know what vibes we're going for yet. I actually maybe would want, like, we can have the little square here, because this kind of connects to the pedestrian area, and then this can be its own development. Let's see. Okay, if I continue the net lanes, the cycling path, here we go. Okay. So once again, if you weren't here the last time, cycling doesn't actually exist in the game yet, but I'm just placing stuff down as though it exists. Just because when it eventually comes, I'm pretty sure the lanes and stuff will work in a similar way to what we're currently building. So I just want to leave the space available. And anyway, it just looks aesthetically pleasing to see it. So no harm at all to build it first. Okay, and then how should we do this? I don't think there are bicycle storage things yet in this game. And then, okay, so if we just keep this going here first, let's say, just like this, ta-da. Okay, so the idea is that bicycles cycle through, da-da-da, they kind of cycle here, and then they stop here. And there will be, ideas. There will be a sort of entrance thing. If I can find a building that looks convincing. These are too big. I'm pretty sure there was one. Okay, that works as a start. So we place something like this down. Right? So it's almost like you stop over here and what can we use? What can we use? There are so many of these things. I actually should put down a bus station. Because early on, we were a bit like, oh, not sure, maybe a bus station. I think we should. Because they're kind of cool props and stuff now. Like, what is this? An interesting office building? And that came with modern architecture. Ooh. Very tempting, very tempting. We also have this. Just like a metro entrance sort of thing. Extra platforms. Okay. Subway interface. What's this? Transit terminal. Space center. Platform roof. Oh yeah, I saw this. So one of the new modern train station thingies have this roof, and it's so cool. The problem is they don't have an elevated version of it, so I did want to use that design. But unfortunately, things did not work out, so we can't use it. But hopefully one day someone will come up with a mod for it or something, and then, like, in particular, I would hope that the that modular subway mod that someone came up with, it's the world's most useful thing. But he hasn't, like, they haven't been updating it with the new entrances and stuff. And if you haven't seen that mod, basically it is this thing, station module, sorry. Like, you place this down and then you can actually attach whatever entrance and exit you want. But right now it's only using the old, like, designs. So yeah, unfortunately not making use of the new ones yet. Okay. Decals. How do I... Okay, what I'm trying to do right now is do like a stopping area for the bicycle. So imagine you are cycling into the area and then you kind of reach your destination and then you want to alight your bicycle and then transfer it into the stop, right? Into the, like, the storage area. So let's say oh, okay, it stains the railing apparently. Okay, hold up, let's adjust this and see. Okay, although that could be a potentially useful little graphical thing to work with if we know how to use it. Okay, so a little shelter, let's say, that comes here, and do this. Do this. Okay, so you can, like, stop here, basically. And this is gonna really test my knowledge of stuff that exists in the game. Because now you meet... With a place like this, you really need to depend on stuff like planter boxes to create a convincing look. And I don't know what is possible in this game yet. Let's see. Okay. Snapping. I really doubt this will look convincing. ideally I would want kind of modular, like modular walls almost, which the closest one is this. But there was a thing in City Skylines where you could actually make modular planter boxes. Kind of wish that we had that, but oh well. Let's go with this first. So, not the most aesthetically pleasing. Here we go. Okay, and then fill it up. Fill it up with, let's see, flower bushes. Yes. Cultivated bushes. Yes, sure. Yeah, so again, I think this one, what's this? Snap to the surface. Here we go. Okay, and then... Ta-da! So, a nice tree. That tree is a bit low, I feel. But it's okay, that works. That works as a start. Okay, so you have a little bicycle stopping area. The idea is there's gonna be like a hidden way to get from here to here, I guess we'll say. Won't actually be implemented in real life, or at least in this game. But we will imagine it. Okay. And then we can have... Ooh, let me think. Because this area is going to be pedestrianized areas as well. Which means that... There's going to be a lot of figuring out fake paths and things. And it's going to be a test for me as well, because I don't remember what everything's called. Let's go with large. Okay. Here we go. Here. Oh, hold up, let me... Because for me, it's a question of how much of it do I want to blend in with the side thingy here versus actually creating custom terrain, if you will, because I do want hubs like this to have its own unique kind of paths. So stuff like, let's find it, this whole collection of terrazzo stuff, which I found recently. Because it's kind of cool if, say, we did, just for start, we have this. Although, okay, maybe not the best terrazzo. Hold up. Let's change it to top rounded. Or maybe something a bit more colorful. That's very... Ooh, okay, no, maybe not that one. This, maybe? Bottom rounded, bottom square. Maybe we should have gone with terrazzo. Maybe we should have gone... Okay, wait, let's try something else. Like this, let's say. Yeah, okay. This is easier to work with for a start. So, we did... Oh. How do I... No, not this. Okay, here we go. Oh no, wait, we've messed up. Remove this. Okay, I don't want it to connect together because that causes problems and gets kind of annoying to work with. So, here. And then... Yeah, so you get the idea. So, basically, then you can create little squares that form an entire area like this, as opposed to just only having this plain sidewalk kind of path. Like, it's useful when you're next to the road and stuff, but when you actually want to create a zone, I think this works a lot better. So, yeah. I think as well, based on how we have the station here, let's put some buildings. I've decided the best way is to have some buildings here. And keeping in mind as well that the train stations here, I want to make sure that it is visible from down here. So the buildings that we place in front shouldn't be too tall. So even something like that's a bit tall actually. At most, no, even that's too tall. At most this would be the height that I go for. The thing is, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing. Okay, this one's fine. This one's kind of like generically modern. Generically modern, that's a new term that we're using for today. There we go. So, And I think as long as you can see a glimpse of the station, it should be okay. Like this. My issue is that these buildings look very fancy and modern, right? This one doesn't really, and I'm wondering if it's just a color thing. I don't think... Can I customize it? I don't think I can. Let's see. No. It's one of those... Oh no, we can. Okay, so if we go with grey or something, I don't know. It's just... It's kind of meh. It's okay. We'll leave that there first. I think one of the key things for me is that I want to make sure that we experiment as opposed to just being like, oh, it looks weird, I give up. I feel like that was something I used to do a bit too much. We're trying our best not to do it anymore. Okay, but, so this area now, I want to try. Okay, earlier on we were mentioning something about the whole like wavy design stuff, right? Let us try it. Let us see what happens if we bring in a bit of waves to this area, shall we? And it's not gonna be actually functional, I don't think, but just so that there is a bit of variation. Retaining wall? There we go. Oh, wait, no, that's gonna... Sound barrier, no. Key. I think... Because I don't want actual people to go up on it. I don't think that is possible in this game, so it's fine. Here we go. Okay. And then we do this. Welcome back, Rai. We were just experimenting with this area, which is gonna be like a bicycle parking area. So the red bit's just gonna be a space where people can actually slow down and get off their bikes. I think it might be a bit small. We might have to adjust it again, but yeah, so just so that we prevent crashes and stuff. And then now I'm just trying to work on this area to see what we can do in terms of fun little shit. Oh wow, what was that? Here we go. Okay. Granny Does Games, hello, welcome in. How are we doing today? We are having some fun with our little new metro station in Cubby Cliff. Also, Granny, when are you going on your trip? Because like you've mentioned it on your stream now, but I've just not caught when you were supposed to be leaving, because that's gonna be a very long time of no Granny streams. What will my mornings now be on days that Azzy doesn't stream too? You've been binge watching House of the Dragon Season 2. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Well, I hope it's been a good time. I actually wonder whether maybe not do a curve instead. Maybe that would be better. Okay. Oh, it looks kind of weird, but we will just keep going. I think for me the issue is the railings. I don't like that there are the railings there. You're going on Monday? Oh, okay. Hope it's a fun time. Hope it's a relaxing time. I was slightly confused because for those of you based in good old Australia, there's like a season of I'm a Celebrity happening, the Australian version, and I think they film it in South Africa. So I was just thinking, like they knew that Granny was a world-renowned Dinkum streamer, and they invited her as one of the contestants. So we look forward to seeing you. Oh, this is interesting. We have a few hours stop of... Oh, are you staying within the terminal, or like, do you plan on actually leaving and then coming back? Because if you're able to, even at the very least, like if you can't actually leave the terminal, right? There is a SkyTrain you can take between Terminal 2 and 3 that goes past that giant waterfall thing. So you will stay on the train, but it just goes past it. Like in case you just want to see it. But if you're able to actually get out, please go and look at the waterfall. While you're there, why not? Have you considered just not going and hanging out with us every day? What if we went? What if we went to like South Africa too? What is this? Ring Park. Oh, hold up, what's this? Oh, this is kind of interesting. This actually works kind of well for a little central space thing. Okay, we'll work with it. Azzy said she wouldn't really like being on reality TV. Wait, like Azzy wouldn't like or Granny wouldn't like? No, because this is Granny going to South Africa, so she will be the one that's taking part in I'm a Celebrity. We'll just be supporting from the sidelines. You'll stay in the terminal? Okay, then give the SkyTrain a go if you're able to. And there are lots of different things like butterfly gardens in the terminal. There's a place that has free like movies, so that's fun. Hi Teddy, welcome in. What does the whole map look like right now? Let's take a look. So this is the entire map. This is Montai City. Kind of mountainous, kind of islandy. We're using like inspiration from my recent trip to Taiwan in terms of certain parts of how we develop it. And it's still early days, so all we've worked on right now is actually one district called Cubby Cliff. It is here, and then we're currently working on our first ever train station for this area. So yeah, but yes, welcome in. Do you usually play City Skylines yourself, or like, do you find these kind of games exciting, interesting? Okay, but yeah, so back to the random park that we found. I think this serves as a nice little focal point, right? So you get off the train station when you're light. This is like a central square that I can envision people being like... I can envision peeing? No, that's not what we're envisioning. People can use that as like a focal point to be... as a meeting point as well. So it's like, oh, I've arrived at the station, meet you at the circle, and then they'll just go there. I think that works. So, okay, and then if we... Then I want to connect it this way, so let's try. We're all excited for this build. Thank you, Granny! Thank you! Oh, yes, Teddy. So we are also doing it where, like if you'd like to contribute ideas for districts and stuff, you can actually just like drop it in chat. And as we develop it, as we create new districts, we can actually see which ones we can apply. So far, Cubby Cliff was created actually by like chat, because apparently one of the owls before I destroyed it looked like a cub. I think this one. There we go. So that's like the little snout and then the ears and things. My big question for chat though is, why are we making Cubby Cliff here when the island's here that it's named after? That needs to be part of the story as well. It's like, why is it not here? You played City Skylines 1 before and you want to play City Skylines 2 as well, but your laptop can't handle it. Oh, I see. Like in terms of the minimum specs and things, or... It's a tricky one with City Skylines 2 because on paper, it's supposed to be more optimized, right? But at the same time, there are certain things about it that just don't run as well as City Skylines 1. But City Skylines 1 runs terribly, just in general. So I hope you get to play it one day though. It's been a fun one for me. I kind of like where the game's going. It's still early days, so there's lots to like that they're still gonna bring in, right? And they still have lots to figure out. But I've been enjoying it so far. And I hope that at least watching it serves for now. Serves to create to settle that itch of playing City Skylines. Maybe there is a mummy cubby and a baby cubby. Oh, so will that become like? Because if this is Cubby Cliff, is this gonna become like Bearville? Beartown? Bearton? Mount Batten. I don't know. There's a place here called Mount Batten, like B-A-T. That's another option. Granny saying snap. Yeah, she's learning all the things. There was T to start with, and then there is now snap. Soon she's gonna be skibbidying her toilets at this rate. You never know, you never know. Okay, but continuing on, so Circle Park, I think, works well. So let's keep going with this. Actually, that like is a good point. I should actually look at the parks that are available in this game. Cause what's this? Oh, canopy covered modern pocket park. Oh, this is potentially useful for this area, I think. Your sign flats. What, Benny? Your sign? Where's that from? I need context. I need context. Okay. Oh, that's not... Okay, hold up. Let's destroy this. Just so that it's like purely the trees that we have here. Oh my god. I've been skimming my toilet for some time now, so there is something about Ohio. Oh dear. She's more hip than all of us, and I'm like... I'm below 30, if that helps. And yet you're more in tune with the Gen... It is Gen Alphas, right? That have all these sorts of Rizzy language. Oh, it's another name for bear. And how is it pronounced? Like your sign, sign, my sign? How is it? Oh dearie me. I think that's a good idea though. Let's use that as a... Oh, there's this cool park as well. Multi-purpose park. These are ginormous though. I don't know where I'm going to put any of this. Maybe here. Major and minor. Yeah, okay, let's place it some... Like, we'll call one of our districts that. I have been told, and we do need to, because Taiwan's actually known for cats and stuff. We need a town or district named after cats. So, if anyone spots a good area for it to be in Taiwan, bringing up the old Google Maps again. Let's look for it. Okay, there is a cat village located... Where is it? If Reifang is here, I think it's here. Hodong? Yes, Hodong. I don't know how to pronounce it. There is a cat village here. Oh, the terrain doesn't help me. I don't remember. Here we go. The cat village is here. The cat village is here. So, literally the whole place is themed after cats. I don't think there's good pictures of it. Here. Oh yeah, okay, no. So yeah, you've got cats. Cats. More cats. Oh my gosh, hold up. Wait. I didn't realize that there was one of this here too. Because I had a picture of, I visited those like train merchandise shops in Taichung. And ta-da! It's the same cat. But it's not from that village. It was from a different shop, like half a city away. Oh my gosh. I did not know that. Okay, yeah, so... Going along, well, I mean, we brought this up now, right? But going along the lines of the whole train merchandise stuff, right? Let us do... Well, let's do it one by one. Okay, so they have a lot of these kind of trains, like merchandise and toys and stuff, right? So these are... I actually think a lot of these aren't actually Taiwanese trains. This one's a Taiwanese train. This one is as well. And then... the first time I was... in Taiwan, that was in March or April, right? I got this. So this is one of the trams in Kaohsiung. It's made of wood and you can assemble it. I have not assembled it since then. It's still in its packaging, unpacked, like it's still like untouched. This time round, I actually got this train. So this was one of the trains that we took this time to like one of the cities. And here it is in person, this one. So that's the train. And like, it's kind of cool, cause... Where is it? So many show and tell things. Here we go. Okay, look at the screen, everyone. Ready? This is what it shows when it is at the... Look at the cat! Look at the cat on the screen. Like, the fact that they put this, and then... Okay, so that's the cat, right? Let's wait for it to move off. So doors closing, da-da-da. And then, look at this! Look at this boinging... Oh, wait. Hold up. We have to wait for it to show again. Look at the... bouncing train. Look at this! They have this on their trains. So how could you not buy a train model after this train? And literally the front of it, I think, was named after... Like, it was something about the smiling train or something. So this is supposed to be the smile. And then these are the eyes. Like, that's the concept of the train. Oh dear me. Yeah, so I got one of that. This was the moment I got it. Thank you to Mr. Partner for taking a very nice photo. So, and then, the other thing I got that was also merchandise this round was this, which, can you believe, is actually the tappy card thing that you use to take the train. So this thing can be used to like tap in and tap out on the train. Still in the package, what I'm hearing is you want to come to Australia and paint Warhammer with me. I got an airbrush recently, Benny. And I say got recently, I actually had it for months, but I tried to use it for the first time recently. So I need to brush up on my skills, literally, and then we can paint together. I'll bring it with me. So, I got one of this, and taken together, it does this. Ta-da! So this is the train I have. This is the little hat that serves as a ticket. And this is a little chicken bird thing that is sending the train off. Oh dear. Okay. And then the best thing about train related things, right, is that there is a little train museum in Kaohsiung, right? And they have this little train ride that you can take when you're there. And where is it? Let's get the video going. Okay. Oops, sorry if it's very loud. Okay, let's do this. So you can take this ride, and both times I was there, I took it, because I was like, why not, right? So, it goes around the entire... So this is like an old train museum thing. It goes around the entire place twice, you get to sit on it, and it just goes. And it's so... And everyone waves at you when you're on it, it's the coolest thing. Like, it's the best experience. Highly recommend if you're there. And then what else? Well, we're on the subject of trains, right? So why not? So this is what's inside the museum. It was closed the second time I was there because of... I think it got damaged by a typhoon or something. So all of these are model trains. And then it's like a history of all the train stations in Taiwan or something. They have high-speed trains at the background, I think, that thing. And then it goes from like daytime to nighttime with the lighting as well. So it will change to like all the lights being on and the train just keep going. And it's so cool. So the fact that, yeah, like Granny, the way they just have all of this kind of things surrounding their trains that makes it so much more than just a practical, like, way to travel, you know? It's like more than just traveling to them. So yeah. Okay, so little show and tell over. That's cool. You wish you had trains where you're from. Where are you from, Teddy, if you'd like to share? Like, I wish there were trains or culture around trains the way it is in Taiwan here as well. Like, I'm from Singapore, and from a technical point of view, our system is very, like, well developed, right? But you don't have that kind of culture around it. So... yeah. I just wish people, like here, there are train enthusiasts, but they kind of have a bit of a reputation of being like nerds that just cause disruptions. So, we had a train station open recently, and I think everyone was... They were so eager for the trains to open that they started chanting like, what was it? Open or something? Doors, like open doors, and then it just... Some people were just like, what are y'all doing? You're from the Philippines? Oh, okay, cool. I know that Manila has some. Like, there is a MRT network as well, right? Definitely, it's nothing like Taiwan's network. Like, you have ferries? Oh, like ferries in terms of a transport network? Or... I don't know, because I was reading something, like, the sorts of nerdy things I do is, like, I occasionally watch videos about trains and stuff. I think there is a train network being developed now. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, so Metro Manila Line 7. So sometimes when I'm on train lines and stuff, like when I'm commuting, right, I will just pull up the Wikipedia page of the line that I'm traveling on and just read up about it. So there is a line being developed for Partial operations this year, and then something will complete in 2 years' time or something. So slowly, trains will be developed. Because we have a lot of islands, so we use ferries. Oh, I see. Actually, no. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's almost like Indonesia where there's so many different, like, islands as well. Because I've been to Batam in Indonesia. They don't have a train line yet. They claim they're building one, but I haven't seen anything about it. But from there, like, you'd still need to take ferries or planes to get to the next island. So yeah, that's another form of transport that I've not really been exposed to, just because in Singapore there isn't really, like, there are no, it's an island in itself. There isn't really another island to get to as a daily commute kind of situation. So yeah, very cool to see how different places and stuff come up with transport solutions, how different societies approach seeing transportation as well as like a cultural thing. Okay. Anyway, back to our little circle. I'm still facing a bit of a question mark with this area. I think what we need to do is to actually place another fake escalator thing. Which, again, if you weren't here earlier, we don't have the actual escalator assets right now in this game, so I'm just placing, like, paths as a temporary solution until they exist, basically. So, oh, it's terrible, it's ugly, it's... no. Okay, wait, hold up. Even if it's temporary, it can't be that bad. Oh, hold up, we've messed up. Hold up. Save before things go wrong. Error codes. Okay, and then let's try again. Let's not... oh, I destroyed my little circle. Hold up. Oh, it's gone. Okay, see, I knew it. It was gonna crash. Okay, hold up, everyone. Let's reload the game. Thank goodness for saving. Like, if you play this game and you wonder about mods and things, right? Let's, hold up. Can I... we have more things to show and tell, so I might as well just bring this up while we're loading. Okay, play, and then we'll let the game load. Could you imagine trying to walk down that? It will be a slide. It will definitely be a slide. Okay, while the game loads, don't worry, we have lots of things to show. So, like, on the subject of cultural things, right? The whole thing about Taiwan and their jingles is another thing. I did not expect going to that country to be so, like... if you think about music being played whenever trains come and stuff, right? You might think it sounds very annoying. But just when you're there and then you get exposed to it for the entire time, right? It's a completely different experience. Okay, so we'll let that load for now. So they have train jingles, right? So that's kind of normal. If you've heard of Japan, it's kind of the same thing. But did you know that they also have jingles for their garbage trucks? Let's find which one. Here we go. So let me know if it's too loud, right? But this is what you hear most days when you're walking around in Taiwan. And you can also, like, observe the people, right? I'll tell you more about this, like, once you look at it. You would think it's an ice cream truck or something if you didn't know. But so the whole of Taiwan has these things. So at certain times of the day, garbage trucks will go around with the music playing. Okay. And then there's not much happening here, but look at what happens in a bit, right? As it keeps moving forward. And again, credit to, like, the relevant video creators. I did not film this myself. Okay, ready? Look at all of this. Look at everyone bringing their rubbish and, like, throwing it off. So I didn't know about this until I was there for the first few days, and I was like, I keep hearing this music going everywhere, like, what's happening? So I asked, like, the person who I was filming with, and apparently this is a recent thing, but they actually do this as a way to, like, collect garbage in Taiwan. So at certain times of the day for a neighborhood, this garbage truck goes by with the music playing, and then you have to bring your garbage to it and dispose it. There is no, like, actual main place to drop your garbage off. And okay, if we, like, ignoring the actual logistics of needing to do this on a daily basis, because I feel like I will get very annoyed by it. The fact that they have this kind of community way of gathering their like rubbish together is so fascinating to see from an outsider's point of view. Again, I don't think like if I were to do this, I'll get so annoyed. But oh, lady, why did you throw it? Terrible. I did not watch this far into the video, but this lady in red is not great. Okay, so yeah, but so it's just so cool. So cool to see like this way of doing it, and you have to separate out your like trash from food from recycling as well. So this is the normal. Do we watch it again? I feel like we have to. They have to like, this is the garbage truck, and then on different days of the week the recycling truck comes, and so that's cool. The other thing, so this is the garbage truck, right? And then when you walk into their like convenience stores, this plays. And it plays for everyone that walks in, by the way. It's not just like one time and stuff. You walk in and out, the moment the you know the normal like ding dong sound at 7-Eleven and stuff, it plays this at a family mart. And it's just so it's just all these little things that are just okay, fine, we'll have to watch it again. Let's in slow motion no less. And then while we hold up, okay, pause the display capture. Continue, load game, Montai City. Ooh. Okay, my question now is, do I load the save? Okay, you know what? We'll go back a bit. We'll go up here. We'll go back here. Okay. There we go. Let's watch it again. Oh no, this lady. Okay, it didn't actually hit, thankfully. It did not hit. Also to answer Rai's question, I don't think it's not what did you call it? It's not Sailor Moon. It is I don't remember like what the song was, but it's some kind of Beethoven song or Fur Elise song. Let's see, Garbage Truck Taiwan song. I don't know, we have to like I'll look for it, and then I've seen it somewhere before, but yeah, so there is that. And then there is, so this one is the one that I was like first exposed to, right? Because okay, basically when I was on my first trip to Taiwan in April, there was this like, I only had 4 days in Taipei because the rest of the trip I was focused on like other parts of Taiwan, right? And then I did like a metro bingo where I tried to just explore as many stations as I could in one day. So this was the ultimate route I ended up taking. So I started somewhere, like I was staying somewhere here. So first thing in the morning, just got up and then go up here and then go all the way around. My plan was to do a figure of 8, right? But this was a week after that very big earthquake that happened in Taiwan. So this whole section of the train line was down. It stopped, like it wasn't running. My plan was to go all the way up here and then go back up. So I couldn't. But instead we went all the way around, and then I ended up my day back at the place I was staying. So on that little excursion of the day, I came across all these little songs on the train as well. And let's pause this one, because this gets interrupted like in the way, right? So there are all these little songs that play based on the train line that of like the metro that you're taking. So for example, the red line is this one. And it's quite long as well. It's like 30 seconds long. But this starts playing as the train like arriving. Yeah, so kind of nice and peaceful, right? So there are all sorts of these songs. But the one that really got me was... Okay, let's wait for this one to finish. Because actually this is my favorite one, the red line. But this one was the one that caught me completely off guard. Let's... Hold up. Okay. So imagine you're out on a metro station, like on a platform, all by yourself. It's 11 PM at night. You're just sitting waiting for your train, and then this song plays. Like, how would you feel if you were not preempted in advance that this song plays on the platform? And at least it ends on a happy note, but for that 20 or so seconds when I first heard it, I was like, what on earth is happening? I was so creeped out the first time I heard it, but it got to a point where now it's my favorite one of all. There are 5 different songs right on the line, so if you ever visit Taiwan, Taipei, like, feel free to explore them. But this has become my favorite song. They need to play Strangler by Orbit Culture. I have never heard that song, I will have to listen to it. So, and then all of their different networks have different ways of doing it. So Taipei does it this way, where it's line-based. Kaohsiung, for some reason, has decided to come up with a special song for every single station. It's very, like, they're not very as long, but, like, hold up. Okay, this is the airport one, which is, like, my favorite. Very Studio Ghibli. So again, as the train arrives, like, this song plays. And some of them are a bit weird, honestly. Like, this next one literally just sounds you're on a farm. Yeah, it's so cool. And the fact that, like, I don't know how many stations they have, but they have a different song for every single one of their stations. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's all of these. The jingles were so cool to see. So, yeah, okay, well, anyway, the game's loaded now, so hope you enjoyed the little listening session. If you want to explore more, they're all on YouTube, thankfully, because when I got back, I was kind of feeling a bit like I want to listen to them again. And then, thankfully, they're all there. So, spooky clowns, yes, that's a good way to describe it. The city's like Lego movie, everything's awesome. I think, like, I will acknowledge as well, this is probably just fascination from a tourist point of view. I doubt that, also let's play the music again. I feel like living there won't be as, like, you'd realize shortcomings about, like, living there, definitely, as with any city. But it's just the joy of, like, discovering a city and learning about all these little quirks that you wouldn't have back home has just been something that was really fun. And what a place to have done that, like, in a city as... like, I do find it very creative. Like, all the stuff they come up with. You always learn something in your streams. I hope it's something that is worthy of putting on your resumes. You can, just for career progression, you can just be like, learned about train jingles on on YouTube, and you get an official, like, if you need a certificate, then just let me know. We'll arrange something. Okay, I'm trying so hard not to destroy my city again, or at least this little. In fact, maybe if we move you away first, and then like this, that's better. Just so that we don't crash the game again. Here we go. Okay. So little escalator that goes. Oh no! We've done it again. It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash, everyone. Let's see how quickly it crashes. Oh no, okay, it's fine. Maybe, okay, wait. I will place the ring off stream. Let's go with that. I don't want it to cause an issue again, but let's just say that... Oh, actually, no, okay. I will leave the ring, but I won't place that escalator on stream. Or on stream. Subscribe to Ash, which shows a clear dedication to trade education. I mean, if it depends on the career you're applying for. Like, if you're trying to be a train engineer or something, it makes sense. Oh dear. Okay. But anyway. Yeah, so, okay, potential, if you are considering playing this game, potential risks of, like, playing it is, you need to be prepared to deal with stuff like that. Is that sometimes the game will go wrong, and you have to work with it, but, you know, overall, it's fine. It's fine. Also, hold up. I feel like my voice is going, so let me just, like, take a drink. Okay. How are we? Is it better? Okay, it sounds better. Oh dear me. I don't really know what to do with the down, like the under area of this. I guess we have to place buildings and stuff. Ooh, what's this? That's kind of interesting. Yeah, so while we're like figuring all this out again, if you like, do you have any interesting train things in your area of the world? Anything fancy that you'd like to share? Don't forget doubly to loudly blow your nose too. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's gonna happen one day. One day I will be like, oh, okay, hold up, let me just blow my nose. And then it will happen. Like, I try to use the physical mute button on my mic. And so far it's been okay, but my old mic got to a point where it just was like, you'd click the button and nothing happens. Seating gardens. Oh, yes, okay, so we have to play seating. I think it's more like I'm looking at infrastructure mainly, just in terms of what we need to do first, and then the seating can go around it. Because once I know where the buildings are, it makes sense to have the seating and stuff. Gardens, we have lots of gardens. You said something about there being a festival of flowers or something last month. Because that sounds really interesting. The fact that it's a garden city and stuff. You were trying to make Minecraft, but OBS isn't showing properly, so you have to test the recording more. Oh, okay. I feel like I had issues with Minecraft. I think I can't remember what I ended up doing, but I think it's either window capture or display capture or not running it in full screen. So like running it on a window or something. Yeah, it's been so long since I've done anything in Minecraft. Although it is still a game that I'm considering playing. It's just that right now I don't have the capacity to get back into it. And then I don't want to get into a game that I'm like so excited about, and then when I actually play it, it's not a game that I want to continue engaging in. So I think the whole playing Hypixel and stuff might be a good option. I know, Granny, you mentioned it, like about wanting to do a stream about it. So that might be my way of exploring the game. You run it on full screen, not the window. Oh, okay, makes sense. The Carnival of Flowers, thank you, yes. See, Carnival sounds so much more fun. Like Festival? Nah, Festival's for old people, but Carnival? Sorry, no old people. No, wait, I just realized. Change. We will not say that. We should chat about it when you get back. Yes, please. Because I need an excuse to get back into Minecraft. If anything, it's just to play like Hypixel again. Ooh, Passage Park. Yeah, so like let us know, Ezzy, because Granny streams it. I probably can figure out like the whole thing if I do stream it, so then we can let you know what our settings are. I'm sorry, Granny. Yes, I realized that the moment it happened, I was like, oops, nope, okay, no, we will not we will not say that. Look, you are the youngest old person in terms of your ability to like figure out all of these streaming things. The fact that you like run all your streams, you have all of the thumbnails and graphics figured out, and then you just go and like, oh, new game, I will figure this out. New thing in the like stream software, I'll figure it out. It's so cool to see. Cause the stereotype for like the more mature people in my life is that most of them just don't do anything. Like, they will be like, oh, I'm too old to go and learn something, and like, but here's Granny just figuring it all out, and it's so admirable, like cool to see as well. And then the chaos that you bring into the things that you do stream is the next thing. Like, Granny, you're younger than all of us. I feel so too. Sometimes it does feel like that. Like, going on a helicopter, going skydiving. Oh, that's kind of cool building. Skydiving, what else? All sorts of things. Oh dear me. Oh, I don't have buildings that are short enough to fit under this. Okay. We can find something, we can find something. Oh, there has to be something. I'm keeping a lookout in case there's something. Yeah, but it's so cool to see so many people getting into streaming. Like obviously, some people were doing it before I came back, and then but the main one that I was watching was Rai up to that point. So then I didn't know about their streams and stuff. But just learning about all these people who have been streaming, and because when I was last streaming, it was around the time of the whole pandemic and things, and people were streaming out of there being nothing to do at home. So everyone was just there. The audience that was kind of built around it was also very much a like, oh, I'm at home, let's figure things out together. But as things started opening up again, you kind of saw a lot of people kind of like fall off and not stream anymore. Even like including me, I'll be honest. And then so I thought that streaming was just like wasn't really something that people did anymore, right? And then Rai started streaming and I started watching that, and then to learn that so many people still do, and there is that like there is still that space for people to come together, play a game, like enjoy conversations together. It's just so nice to know. Yeah, and it's nice that there is still this space. I think like streaming is a very nice intimate space to kind of just hang around, especially if you're introverted. I feel like I would say that I'm an introverted person, but it's so much more like accommodating to that introverted nature of you can still have conversations, you can still like hang around with people, but you don't have as much of that issue of as an introvert I like get drained from being around people. Like obviously streaming is still tiring and stuff, and like after streams and stuff, especially if you are someone who streams 6 hours at once, your brain does in fact turn into mush. So lots of videos about making sourdough. Oh my gosh, remember that time? I did make sourdough when I was like at home as well. There was the sourdough, there was the dalgona coffee. What else was there? There was a period of time that the McDonald's in our country was closed, so I made like English muffins to make my own McMuffins. That was, and I did that, oh I remember now, that was I did that on my Instagram, and I called it the Boring Bake Off or something, and so I'll just use all of the like Great British Bake Off songs and just tie it together with whatever I was making. It was just a fun little thing to do when like you're stuck at home. Okay, thankfully, I think we have some buildings that do work in this space. Not the biggest fan of what it looks like from the top here, but yeah. You find it hard to focus on people talking in real life, you blank out. I struggle to... Although it really depends, I think like... With some people, one-on-ones are fine, and then in some groups, I find that I work off responding to other people's, or like it's almost like being a peanut gallery in that group of friends, right? So it's like other people have the conversations, I don't lead or like start the conversation, I just butt in. And not butt in terms of like interrupt them, but it's more when there's something witty to say, I'm there, but otherwise I just listen and like let people do the talking. So yeah. You think conversations in your head, not realize you didn't say anything in real life. Oh really? That's interesting. I find I tend to have the answers to the conversation about 2 hours after the conversation has ended. Is my thing. So it's like I feel like I think slow in terms of when I'm in that position. I think when it's things like having something witty to say on stream, in chat, on message, I'm a lot faster than I am in real life. And it's just, yeah, it's just something that I've observed. So I will always leave conversations being like, oh, I wanted to say this thing. Or someone will just like quickly mention me as in a conversation, and I would want to react in a funny way, but then I don't like think of it on time. And then it's just that awkward silence of wanting to say something that at least makes you like feel like, oh, okay, I engaged in this conversation. But I feel like half the time I will say something, and then there will be that silence of like, okay, like what did you say? Okay, cool, and then they just go back to their own conversation. I feel like that's me a lot of the time. Oh dearie me. Oh, is this okay? So it's not just me. I guess it's everyone that feels that. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just. Is this the streamers? Like, this is how you can tell that there's a streamer, like you're a streamer. It's that on stream you're fine, off stream, off stream it's a struggle. That's what we're learning from this. Okay. This plaza is very confused, I feel. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Bring it here. Okay. Then I have a feeling this is gonna crash again. What would I put here? Oh, I'm gonna have to walk around the whole circle. Okay. Just slowly bring it. Ta-da-ta-ta. Okay, you know what? While I'm doing this mundane circle thing, right? Let me mute my mic very quickly. Try and bring my voice back. I feel like it's going a bit. So we'll treat this as a mini break, if you will. And then, like, once that's cleared, I will unmute again. So, but feel free to keep leaving things in chat, and then I'll get back to them when we unmute. So, just gonna mute very quickly. Okay, hopefully that's better. After 2 hours of yapping, it's just like, even my body is just like, oh, just shush, like be quiet. You never yap or talk in real life. Video or stream is you vocalizing what is in your head, and you never cease. And I love that we get to now see that side of, like, you, Azzy, I guess. Like, I saw that even just from the few streams you've done, like, the whole, I feel like, I can feel Azzy, like, becoming more comfortable telling people about the stories and things, and it's just so nice to see that you now have this little space where you can do that. Like, your recent stream where you were trying to fight the alpha, right? And then there was a whole, how many seconds? 30 seconds or so, where you're just, like, laughing your head off about the whole situation. It was hilarious. Oh dear. It was so good. You feel like you're either yappity yap yap or you're silent and observing an occasional quip and there's no in between. Well, I've never seen that side of you before. So maybe just cause like most of the what I see you as is the stream, right, Menora? Like I have never seen you in that state of I don't know what to say. So it's kind of interesting. No, but you're like I can see where you're coming from as well though, like, and definitely it is a thing. You're fine with conversations in real life, but being with other people exhausts you. You don't have that problem on stream. Yeah, it's definitely that introverted thing of like, you don't gain energy from people, you lose it. I feel that as well. Like, I don't feel like I'm a poor conversationalist around people who I feel similar energy to. I think my biggest issue is when someone's on a completely different wavelength or too extroverted. I don't feel like I can bounce off them to have that kind of invigorating conversation or that wit, if that makes sense. And it's nothing on them, it's just that energy differential. I feel like that I then feel like I'm very awkward and can't speak the way that I would if none of that was an issue. The silent observing is usually in big crowds and stuff. Oh, okay. So, at what point, like, will it be 1,000 subscribers that becomes the big crowd? Like, is 800 too small? Which, by the way, almost there. Where are we at? No, I'm not gonna. We won't check that on the stream. That's fine. That's so cool to see though. Like the. Because all of the previous channels that you were saying this on your stream recently was that all of your like previous attempts at streaming and stuff, like you only got to about like 100-ish, and this is the first time that it's really gone the mile for you. It's so cool to see. Because I've said this before, but I really have always felt that your on-stream like conversations and stuff were always to me perfect for streams. So that to now see that happen is Mr. Ninth. Okay, but to be fair, my numbers are purely from like when I was making videos, and I would say most of that audience isn't like as engaged with streams because that's a completely different ballgame, right? So not the same, not as impressive as someone who started from nothing and then did all of that with streaming. All of us here have very similar energies, and I'm glad that that's the case. I didn't feel that when I was on... Oh, what just happened? I hate that the game always does this. Like, it defaults to the whole stacking on top of each other thing. Okay. Yeah. The communities I ended up watching more consistently on Twitch, I didn't feel as at ease versus when I was like here. And something about just... I guess it's luck that the circle of creators that I've gotten to know over here on YouTube has made the whole experience of both being a viewer and a streamer now, like coming back, it has made it so pleasant and so like positive, and it encourages me to keep going in a way that I think I didn't feel towards the end of my time on Twitch. And I'm very grateful for that, having felt how like meh that was. It's nice to be in a space where you do feel a bit like, oh, okay, like I want to keep creating and I have a space to do that now. And then I get excited being able to have a platform to create things like this city, like play around all the maps and have a reason to do it. And then it's just nice to share it with people who might be interested in it as well. Same to you, Azzy. It's so lovely to see like you thrive. I think it made me smile watching you be so kind of like at ease and also just so happy on your stream. You do think live streams were the key for you if you sorry, I didn't your message cut out. I can't read any of that. I'm still wondering how to get back into videos though, to be honest, because my whole thing is that if I'm gonna do a video, I don't want it to be a let's play or like, as far as possible, the challenge that I gave myself for this channel was always, if I make a video, how can I make it uniquely mine? And to me, uniquely mine is always the format, right? So if you've seen some of the Sims videos I did, like, it was always very TV show-ish, as opposed to just like, oh, hi, I'm gonna play this game. But I struggle to do that now because it takes up so much time, and just to think of a format that works is the struggle. But I will say, like, having the live stream space to then do the whole, okay, let's play a game together at our own pace and not worry about formats and things, is nice to have as well. So it's almost like you have the best of both worlds, right? As good old Hannah Montana would say, where you have the space where you can just casually play games, have conversations, and I feel like actually the whole let's play format, for me at least, works better on a live stream, because you get to like chat with people, you get to show and tell in a way that there is a bit of, there's like that reciprocation of people's like wanting to chat as well, which if you're doing a let's play, doesn't come as you are doing the gameplay. Like, it's just the comment section and then just like replying, but it's not a real-time kind of connection. And then the videos kind of fulfills the whole creative side of me, where I get to explore different ways of presenting stories and things. And stories in the terms of like, everything's a story in a sense. It's not like, oh, I have a story, once upon a time kind of story. It's like, how I create a city is a story in itself. How I turned a house into like a certain thing for a family in Sims, that is technically a story, right? And you just have different ways of exploring and like creating a video out of it. You just love watching the city grow. It's so satisfying. Thank you. I was really worried that this is very slow. Also, I'm gonna save just in case. Oh, have I done a save command? I might need to do that actually. Let's try. Save. Oh, okay, that's something I need to do. Someone remind me, please. Definitely I need to create a save command for when we play City Skylines. Oh, also sorry, Azzy, I just saw that you sent something in Discord. Hold up. How do I copy image? Hold up. Oh, I'm so confused with all my windows. Oh my gosh, my windows have gone crazy. Okay. Here. And then... where is it? Here? There we go. Okay. Ta-da! So this was earlier when Benny was claiming that he was dust? No. He is in fact... Tesud. Tesud or not Tesud? Yes. Oh dear me. Okay. Yeah, I was really wondering as to whether doing this series as a live stream would be too slow paced, because it is honestly a very slow game. Like, City Skylines is one of those games that takes months for anything to come together. Like, look at the amount we've built relative to the space we have, right? But I think it will pay off if we see this series 20 videos from now and we see like how much the city has grown. Like, I think even this area has been really cool to see develop, right? But the real like nice feeling thing will be when you see a whole city come together. I have a love. Thank you, Granny. Would soon get a video audience. I hope so too. I hope so too. Like, so the whole situation with my work and stuff is that like I would like for it. So this is talking about like practicalities of having to live off income and stuff, right? For me, first and foremost would always be either freelancing or my home decor stuff. So again, if you don't know, I do freelance like video work and stuff as my main source of income, and then I'm trying to build up a home decor business that offers both like products but also workshops and things. So like I'm trying to create my own molds and stuff, and then run workshops where people can learn about the material I use to create all of my like products. Surrounding the idea of like independent design, really, because you know nowadays there's a lot of factory made things and just designs that are very much like what's the term for it? I've been put on the spot. I usually do a better job at explaining this, but there isn't usually that kind of very hands-on human touch anymore for a lot of things, but I wanted to kind of show that, you know, it's still something of value, it's still something that matters, and allow people to have that experience by making their own products as well. That's sort of the area I'm trying to explore. Heartless generic? Why are we describing my streams? No, I'm just kidding. No, so around those lines, but basically just getting people excited about creating things with their hands and like creating things from a human point of view. That's like something I'm trying to build up this year. For me, streaming was always I would never want it to be my main source of income because I feel like I will burn out from it. Like, I think the moment it becomes an obligation over a passion for like creative game stuff, I would worry that it's not something that's going to be sustainable. The freelance things are fine. Like, I feel like that one, I'm okay to have it as I'm okay to have that pressure to depend on it for my daily expenses. But the creative gaming, I think, needs to be more of a hobby passion thing. So, like, if it brings in additional income, to me, that's a bonus and it's nice to have. But it's not something I would depend my entire life on, basically. That's how I'm thinking everything will align. Why did we get into this, by the way? What was the conversation pivot that led to me saying this? I do not know, but yeah, that's generally where things are like at for me. Yeah, why did we talk about it? I don't remember, but there was a reason why it was brought up. Oh dear. Thank you, right? Yeah, so again, it's the whole thing of it is an option, not an expectation. But if you would like to like support the stuff I'm doing and allow me to keep exploring these things, there is the option of Ko-fi, which is basically like a membership option that's not tied to YouTube. So it helps with creators being independent from a platform as opposed to having all of your eggs in one basket. It is an option for you, and we're working our way towards having YouTube memberships as well once the stats allow for it. So yeah, you have to do what you love or you will burn out. Yeah, and having felt that the last time I streamed, I am trying to be very careful about not burning out this time. So far it's been going really well, and I have to thank everyone who is here for all of the streams. Like all of the chat and everything, and just the vibes that everyone has brought so far when I, like with the whole coming back to streaming, it has been so helpful in allowing me to get over that fear of like, oh no, I don't know if I can stream considering it's happened once, you know? Kanashi, good morning! Welcome in, how are we doing? Welcome to our first little train hub area. Oh, actually, you know, now that I've stepped back and looked at it, it's actually kind of cool to see it come together. I didn't process how much we actually have done. Like, I was so focused on, oh, put the path here. But no, it's actually kind of a cool area. And I think once you decorate it, it'll be so fun. And then when custom assets come in as well, we can replace the train station, all of those things. Very nice, very nice. Okay, save as well. So keen for your memberships. Thank you. I don't actually know. So, unlike Rai, I tend to struggle when it comes to creating personality around myself. So she has the whole like crackers pedals and things, right? At the moment, I've called the different membership tiers like, what was it? Bit, Pixel, and Polygon, because the actual shape that I created for my like channel, right, it's actually supposed to be is it Polygon? Something? I forgot exactly what it was, but the triangles represent something. I'm thinking Polygon, and it's like I was trying to come up with a shape that was the most fundamental thing that would represent gaming. And because the games I play don't involve a controller or things, it's more like creative gaming, I felt like, oh, okay, a polygon made sense. And then the bigger triangle was supposed to represent something, the smaller triangle was something else, I do not remember. So, for now, that's what I named it, but if you have a better idea, let me know, because I'm not sure about it myself, honestly. So, yeah, that's where we're at with the whole membership situation. And then it's also what I want to offer to anyone who chooses to be a member, is my next question. Because the logistics of doing members only videos will be slightly different with Ko-fi, right? Because it will be a whole thing of, how do I explain this? You can't do a video thing that YouTube calls members only because it won't show to people who aren't YouTube members. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. Basically, if I were to do kind of special videos for members, it will probably just be an unlisted video, and then I'll have to post it somewhere separately to be like, oh, okay, there is this video here, click on it if you'd like. So I'll have to think through that logistically. But yeah, and then things like, I kind of really want to figure out making, along the lines of my home decor stuff, right? It's actually, when I can figure out my 3D modeling, create kind of like special merchandise that I make myself, and then because I'm making it, I can't really, like, it'll be hard to keep up with too many of it, right? So I could like maybe occasionally offer it. I don't know, stuff like that. Like, I made Rai a coaster of her logo for, like, to mark 10 years of Rai Menora, previously redacted channel name. But then she gave me the idea of actually trying to make keychains. So it could be very cool, like, if I can figure out my logo in a keychain or something, and then whoever would like to get it or something. Or we could even do along the lines of all of what we've been talking about today, right? If we have little merchandise that ties to the series that we're doing, so like Montai City, and then you do little city merchandise, just so that it's not so outwardly like, oh, everything's about the project gaming, but it's a little thing that you would actually use that can stand on its own as like a design. But those of you who know and are in the community would know that, oh, okay, Montai City was like this series, or it's something that this community was involved in, that sort of thing. That's kind of the kind of merchandise I want to do. Like, I don't want it to just be my logo, where possible. Limited editions, that would be fun. I hope so. Like, I need to get around to actually experimenting with it. So, my current stuff, like, I have a lot of freelance stuff to catch up on as well. But my home decor stuff, I'm actually trying to figure out all of my workshop shapes, because I make all of my shapes from scratch. So once I figure that out, then I'll figure out like, okay, what can we do for like Montai City stuff? Maybe a... Hold up, let's bring this up again. Where is it? Oh, hold. Like, if and when we develop this into a proper full-size map, right? If I can find a way to make this a texture or something, or like a embossed thing in a coaster, or like a keychain, so the lines represent the city, but people who don't watch the series wouldn't know, that would be kind of cool. Like a little circle or something that has all of this like as a map. Things like that, I kind of want to figure that out, and that would be fun to see it come together. Also, so I didn't mention this the last time when we had the whole conversation about losing the car and stuff, right? But actually on the day that I like was feeling all upset about it, a little book arrived, which goes along the lines of today's topic, which is a book about the train maps of the world, which Mr. Partner got me. Hold up, I don't have a picture of it, do I? Let me try and send it from my phone. But basically, it's a book, like a hardcover, big book, that shows like all different maps from around the world. And it was so cool to see. Because for some cities, they actually explain a bit about the maps as well. So it's like, oh, London, this person actually was the one that came up with the diagrams and why the lines nowadays are kind of 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 0 degrees. And then how like different styles were tried, different people did all sorts of things. Very cool to see, and I feel like that has been very useful for like this. Like creating this. Oh wait, no. Where is it? Creating this, basically. Because now I have so many countries maps that I can refer to and then see what I like versus like others that I don't. So yeah. Ta-da! Okay, so now we've moved on from. Sorry, I'm gonna save again. just in case. We saw it crash once already so far. So we've worked on the... Which direction are we? This is... Okay, north is this way. So we've worked on the eastern side of the district center so far. Now let's work a bit on the west. Wow, it's only 8:30, everyone. This has felt like such a long stream. So we started like an hour and a half earlier. So that's the reason why. I'm just like, wow, okay. Previously, on my other streams, I would have done this and then be like, oh, okay, sorry, no more time, goodbye. But this time round, it feels like we can get so much done. Okay, so on this side of the district center, I do want to make a few more of these like office-focused areas. So if I place you here. I started early. We did have a mini break. Should I try and take... Okay, wait. Let me see what my break screen looks like. If it works, we'll have a quick break. Just cover your ears because I feel like it's very loud. But I'm gonna click on it. It does mute my mic automatically. So if you hear music, the break has started basically. Let's see. Okay, welcome back everyone. I just realized I don't have an actual direct way to transition from my break screen, so we had to do that again. We had a quick toilet break, we had a quick hydration break. I hope everyone did the same, and thank you for sticking around with us. I feel like this is our first proper break we've done on stream. Oh my gosh, speaking of toilets. So, like, I was, again, recapping from earlier, right? I went back to Malaysia for Chinese New Year. For context, born in Singapore to Malaysian Chinese parents, lived here my whole life, but every year we go back for Chinese New Year, because, like, family's there. This was the first time we actually took the train, because, again, recapping from last time, we don't have a car for the first time in, like, I don't know how many years. So that was an experience. It actually was pretty seamless, I will say. Like, there was the whole reputation about, thinking that the train system there was really bad, but actually, it's old, but well-maintained, and the stations are being, the stations are brand new, literally opened a month ago, because they're actually trying to convert their trains to, like, electric trains, and then they'll be kind of slow high-speed rail. Like, I think the term is higher speed rail, but yeah, so that was actually quite an enjoyable experience. The only problem is that the family home is actually quite far away from the train station, so that bit was kind of annoying. But the train ride itself, very peaceful, highly recommended. But the reason why I brought this up is because toilet talk, right, from the last time we played Dinkum with good old Raimanora, I encountered quite a few toilets that had the hose and did not have toilet paper. So yeah, just it reminded me of the conversation we had for the entirety of that stream, and I don't mind if there's a hose, but if there is no toilet paper, that is a disaster for me. So yeah, just thought to let you know. Thankfully I brought my own like tissues and stuff. So yeah, conversations about toilets. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, no, so I don't know, it's just an interesting thing to have seen. Okay, where were we? We were working on this little, like, square. I really like how this has come together, actually. Because this little area, I don't like the blank wall here, it's one thing. So maybe if I, hold up, I bring in this whole thing. And then, oh my gosh, the game. Okay, hold up, it's gonna have to reload. Why did, okay, I don't know why it crashed that time. But let's just bring it up. Always with the poo. Yes, no, I'm sorry. It's just, even the game knew, it's just like, oh my gosh, just stop talking about poo, goodbye, and then it crashes. So hold up, let's just reload the game. This is the one tricky thing about streaming this game, is that it will do this. It's gotten a lot better since the last time when I was like, oh, should I stream this game? And then it crashed every time I started the game. Sometimes it'll just crash completely randomly, and this was one of those times. So, meanwhile, let us, while the game loads, bring it back to, I want to explore Google Earth a bit while we're doing this. Where is it? Where is my screen? Here we go. Let's explore Google Earth a bit. So we left it off at this, like cat thing. So, cat village. Going back to this. I have some pictures from the cat village, but I didn't transfer it onto my computer. So, is it weird that when you wander the back alleys in Cyberpunk, that you look for places that would be safe and cozy to sleep as a homeless person? Interesting. I've not played the game enough to know the level of detail to, like, their city. I just know it is that game that, when it first came out, killed everyone's computer with how intense it needed, like, graphics and stuff. Hello, cat, it's over there. This bridge was done? When I was here, it wasn't open. Yeah, so basically this is like the cat village. Where else was worth talking about when I was there? Let's see. Okay, I did stay in this. This is Keelong. Basically like a harbor area. We stayed here instead of Taipei for New Year's because things in Taipei are very expensive because they have the whole, and because the city has a 3D view, right? We can get a sense of, where is it? We can get a sense of the density of the city as well. It has, where is it? Here? Oh my gosh, wait, I need to see it from like this point of view, then I'll know. We're completely upside down. It's here. It's here. They have this good old building called Taipei 101. a very cool building, I will say. Like, I love the architecture of this building. And their fireworks display is on this building. Like, it just like comes off from it. But it does mean that the hotels are really expensive. So we couldn't stay there, basically. It wasn't worth our time. And we just went. So Keelong is here. Wait, no, I don't know. Somewhere there, basically. So after New Year's, then we came back to Taipei to like continue exploring. This little park is such a cool park. So one of their train stations stop here, right? And then it's massive. I don't have the picture I took from it, but you literally get off here, and then there is a slide here somewhere. Oh, it wasn't built back then. Oh, okay. Well, but there is supposed to be a slide here that slides down, like right next to the train station. I don't know why. It's just there. Like, it's a thing. It's just there. So, okay, we have to let that virtually process. Yeah, but this park is massive, and kind of going along the lines with our whole green spine thing, right? I guess it's sort of serving the same purpose for this area. So this whole thing is a park, and they have the weirdest, okay, not weirdest, but the most random, like landmarks or attractions dedicated to things. So we have a duckling park, for certain people in our community who appreciates ducks. I didn't manage to make it to this one. I was trying to when I was there, but it's quite a walk. Like, and there isn't really a station here. So, oh my gosh, look at it! I don't know if they're actual ducks here. No, I don't think so. I think it's literally just the, oh my gosh, look. So nice. Oh my gosh. So many, oh my gosh, this is literally, I know where I'm bringing a certain someone if we ever visit. Look at it, Duckling Park. Oh my gosh. So funny. Yeah, but it's so random because it's right next to just like a road or highway. So there was that. And then they have this, where is it? Sorry that there's no music, it's just that because the game's loading. Okay, so this is their main station, right? I wish I could show you the scale of the, like the length of this area. But, is there a way I can do it on? I can do it on Google Maps, but not here. But this entire area, right, has an underground shopping street thing that is 800 meters long. I think it stretches the entirety of this. It takes, and like, I didn't even explore that specific mall, but they have multiple of those kind of malls in this one area. So there is that mall. There's another mall that is shorter, but even then when I walked it, it was like 400 or 500 meters long. It stretched, I think, this entire thing, which is ridiculous. And then I didn't actually go into this building, but this is the actual train, like, platform thing. So that's kind of cool. It's the year of the duck. It's actually the year of the snake in the Zodiac's system. Okay, let's try again. Let's see if this game works. Just quick. I'm glad we actually have Google Earth for whenever the game crashes, because then we can actually just look at more inspiration. So it works out in the end. Okay, back to this. Back to this. Hold up, wait, no. Was this the most recent one I did? Yeah, okay, it was. Cool. So let's see if this works better. Oh, see, this mixed corner thing doesn't work. Okay, well, the crash was for nothing because in the end that building doesn't actually work for our purpose. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we're back to here. Yeah, I really like what we have so far, actually. Now let's work on this side. So offices and stuff, I'll need to look through the buildings to figure out if I like any of these. Because the problem with this game right now is that there aren't like medium-rise offices. Oh, I kind of like this building. It's kind of simple, generic. All the things we're looking for in life. All of these, they're all very tall is my concern. I don't really... Like, I know that Taiwan has a lot of tall buildings, But I don't know if this is the district I want to have tall buildings. Like, the thing for me is that living in Singapore, I hate that our buildings are all tall. I want my city to have bits of small, like low-rise areas and high-rise areas spread out. So I'm trying to be very careful with like where I put high-rise things, basically. So, oh, let's see. Okay, mixed residential, commercial. We might have better luck actually just using some of these other buildings and pretending that they're offices. Because quite frankly, we don't have much to choose from in terms of not so tall office buildings. Like, these are too low rise in my head, and then these are too tall. I might just have to live with this one, actually. And actually, maybe what we can do, because you see how this has a little notch at one side, let's make it a twin tower situation. And then, oh, I wonder if this works. I don't know how feasible this will be. We'll pretend that this is, let's see how feasible this is. That's too tall. Like, can I have a little bridge there? Okay, that's not terrible. Let's explore and see. Okay, so if I center you kind of like this, and then, so, yeah, like literally just as Azzy, like what Azzy says, right? We do need some kind of building that represents each district, right? So far, we don't really have one for this area. I kind of feel like this cluster in itself is like a cool little area, like, imagine all sorts of offices, shops, maybe some residential that have moved into this area and you can just walk up and down. And then office-wise, oh, what's these? Okay, I don't like the blocks on top of it, but this could serve as like a little landmark. And actually, bringing in the whole, if you like to drop names and things, if you like to name some of these landmark buildings, in particular the main ones I feel of an area, feel free to. This will be Cubby Cliff Central train station, and then this is like the district center, right? So if you have something, and you know how officers are usually the whole like, oh, 112 at Cubby Cliff Road or something, representing the height of it or something, that kind of generic office name. If you have stuff like that, feel free to suggest some. I should also go back to some of the suggestions we previously had in our Discord, because I've been keeping a list of it. Sorry, what did Benny and... was it Granny? Benny and Granny suggest as a name earlier, something that represented a bear. Should write that down, actually. Okay, so, from our previous list, we have Sasha Shaw's Howard Shaw Carrier District, The Sopranos. Oh, this could be The Sopranos, because this is still like the musical district. So, something that represents a tall, large musical term. Okay, thank you, Benny. Here we go. So, I'll just add that to the list of names. Reminds you of Red Fern in Sydney. Oh, is it? Let's see. Let's bring up the Google Earth again. At least now we have music. Okay. Heading down under, literally. Wherever down is. Oh no, okay, we've gone too far. This is Africa. Where are we? Okay, Indonesia's here. Sydney. Okay. Oh, look at that, it has 3D as well. I have always found Sydney fascinating in how it's kind of been built up across a giant, like, water body. And how people get around places. Like, how do you go from here to there? Like, is it just boats? I've never been to Sydney, by the way. I've been to Melbourne. I've been to Perth when I was very young, so I don't remember it. But yeah. Okay, what was it? Red Fern, did you say? Red Fern. Red Fern. No, that's a suburb, right? Is it this thing? Landmark implies the existence of a sea mark. Yes, actually, it probably does. A station on a hill, is it this? Because there's two buildings here. I don't see the hill, but I see two identical buildings. Well, let me know what it's called if you know it, and then at least we can see. Oh, it's this? Okay. They look like apartment blocks, right? Do they have a name? I don't think they have names. Like, they're probably just buildings. Okay. I also don't see much of the hill, sorry. Here? Okay, station's here. I don't see twin buildings. Does anyone see twin buildings? Stations here? There's a lot of stations, I don't know which one. Because none of them look like identical buildings to me. Is it this one? Oh, this thing? Is it this? They look kind of similar. I love how this has turned into a series of both City Skylines and GeoGuessr at the same time. Oh dear. We'll wait for Azzy's confirmation. Okay, I'm keeping, like, we're keeping Google Earth in that view, but I will just hide the window. And then we'll like continue while we're waiting for confirmation. Oh, it is? Okay, yes, so it's a hill, but you wouldn't know it. Hold up, let's bring it up again. I really don't actually. Like, you can't tell from this view that it's a hill. Come on, Google, work with us. Work with us. And I mean, like, very slight, I guess. They changed the buildings. Okay, but I mean, they are still identical. Still identical, so that's fine. Also, okay, wait, hold up. While we were, like, doing this, I kind of want to do this. You know, like, make it a little bit more like a curve. Cool! And then, yeah, so if I go to, let's say, I don't know if Sydney has this kind of naming convention with... Oh, they don't put any of the names of the towers here. Yeah, but basically some kind of commercialized sounding fancy name for an office tower. If you have names like that, let us know. And then we can name, oh my gosh, this is ginormous for a commercial building. And then we can consider naming some of these. Mixed residential. Where is it? There are supposed to be buildings that... Not storefront. We used them before as well. That's the thing that I'm confused by. Is that... Oops. Okay. Let's just borrow it from here. EU commercial high. Okay, commercial high. High commercial. The EU stuff. Oh, it's not showing everything, is it? Oh, okay. We were missing some designs. Oh, that explains it. High pitch perfect. How do you feel about the Sopranos as like names for these towers as well? Like, is that something we want to consider, or do we want to come up with something completely different? See, this height actually is more of what I was going for. These buildings. I think you have to stand on your own, unfortunately. I wanted to do some kind of lower area, like lower plaza almost, that combines everything, but these are too tall. Way too tall, actually. Lido Square. Oh, that's kind of cool. You like the Sopranos? Okay. Oh, I like this building. It's very... I know it's very normal and generic, but... Like, it has that kind of imposing... city center kind of feel. And maybe there could be a shopping mall here. Although, do I really want a shopping mall in this area? Let's place it down somewhere first. You like the Sopranos? Okay. Save first, because sometimes this can crash the game as well. We've had a lot of crashing today. And I'm not even playing a taxi driving game. Which, by the way, I think there's been an update for that game. I was reading about it earlier. I don't remember exactly what. Oh, you can be a delivery driver now using the taxi. So there's some tasks that you can take up. That is like deliver my parcel instead of delivering passengers. The how's it spelled? Soprano Towers. Tower 1. Okay, sorry, I just Soprano Towers Tower 2. Okay, we have our first major. There we go. First major kind of building in the area. Oh, that building's quite tall actually. Maybe not. Maybe we have to put it down here. I don't know. You love that taxi driving game? Really? I was surprised actually because I wasn't sure if people would like that game. So again, this goes back to how when I was streaming previously, I focused a lot more on creative games. So the whole like thing about this channel was that, oh, the joy of creative gaming, and then I kind of didn't play games like that. But I feel like this time round, I'm giving myself that option to, like, I've expanded it beyond just creative games. It's just games that I would play, almost, right? So, the taxi driving one is one of them, because I do like driving games as well. On top of, like, building and stuff. So, it felt like something I naturally wanted to play anyway. And then turns out it's actually kind of fun to play on stream, so... like, it had just the right amount of chaos and quirks that it wasn't, like, completely boring, I feel. It was heaps fun. If one day it has a multiplayer mode, it will lead to something else. I mean, we mentioned it the last stream, right, which is that the bus driving game I was considering playing has a multiplayer mode. I still have not looked into how it works, but yeah. You like driving games too? Did we have this conversation before? And then is this where we ended up talking about Need for Speed? Or no, maybe someone on your stream actually talked about it. I can't remember, but it was mentioned at some point. Someone said something. You haven't played them on keyboard. Oh, driving games are tricky on keyboard. So I am usually someone who does keyboard and mouse for everything. The one exception I will make is for driving games, because I find it very tricky to play on keyboard and mouse. If possible, and if there's a steering wheel around, I will gladly play it on a steering wheel, but my table's actually very thick, and steering wheels don't fit on it apparently. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not been something I can do anymore. I actually really like how this is turning out, and then the best thing is, we can make it so that, like, because there's already a crossing here, right? The idea that I'm considering is to, here we go, do this so that the pedestrians have a, oh, okay, interesting. There we go, there we go. Pedestrians, you have a fancy bridge to cross on, and then I don't think it's gonna disrupt the road too much. It's quite high. Ooh, how do we connect it down is the next question. Don't think you can drive on keyboard? Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I feel like you can technically, but it'll be difficult. It'll be difficult. Okay, I hope that gives enough clearance for the. It looks like there is enough height for the road. And that way, it actually helps with me trying to connect it down. Let's see. There. So something like this, and then the escalator will go up here. You'll connect up to this bridge, and then you can cross over to the actual Cubby Cliff area, which is like the actual Cubby Cliff, I should say. So, and then, well, we'll figure out how to connect it at some point in the future. But for now, that will do. And then, you have a little... Can I... My gosh, the actual specifics that we now have to figure out, considering we are building this. Lower this down. Okay, wait. We need enough height for people to go underneath. Okay. And oops. Here we go. Ta-da! Okay. Yes, because I was like, there's not... I didn't know what to use for this space, but I guess this makes sense to have a bridge here. And then you can... Oh... But I don't like how the floor is not flat. Hold up. Okay, there we go. We're just... It can be slightly higher. Harp bridge? Oh my gosh, can I name this bridge? I don't think I can. Oh! Is there... I can't name it. Wait, no, we can figure something out. I want to go along with that, because that is a brilliant idea. Harp bridge. Let us do... Like, I could name some of these buildings. The... Brickworks at Harp Bridge. It's that sort of fancy name, you know. Okay, there we go. At least we have it somewhere. And then we'll figure out where to, like, how we can name this eventually. But Ezzy, that is such a good idea. Makes so much sense. Okay, so this area has... Ooh. Is that connected? Okay, that is connected. So this area will be a struggle to put anything underneath, I feel. Because it's so low. But I feel like if you were in Japan, East Asia, that sort of thing, that is exactly where they would put some shop fronts. You know, those convenience store kind of things. So if I... Storefront? Shopfront? Storefront, okay. See? Something like this. Perfection. Okay. Because my biggest bug about the way like Singapore handles its train infrastructure and stuff is that they don't use their train viaducts and stuff in a very productive way. They don't put shops underneath, there's nothing, so the entire stretch when there's a viaduct, like, it's just empty. They're getting better at doing it, but Japan and stuff does so good with making use of space like this. Okay, so we have Marumizu. And then, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Soup kitchens. Oh, actually, yeah, that's kind of cool. Like a little, we should consider that actually. Like, how can we incorporate some community-focused things as well? So far, my plan was to eventually do a community center here. But yeah, something closer to the train station would be cool as well. So creative-wise, Creative Park will be here for kind of like makers markets, things like that, creative markets. Yeah. This is actually way too wide. So, how wide is this train station? I think just one wide might be enough. One wide? It's very hard to tell. Actually, no. Two would be okay. Here we go. I am genuinely enjoying this whole process of like building this together with everyone, because the whole thing about like everyone coming up with stories together brings a different dimension to playing this game versus if I were to do it on my own. That's fun. Like, to me, this has been the most interesting city that I've attempted building because it blends all of these things. The whole, like, I'm building it based on travel inspiration, and then everyone else coming in with their ideas. Previously, it was always just, build what I feel is an ideal city. There was no real theme to it, so it's just... yeah, it was just build. Whereas this one, it's almost coming up with a story. Coming up with a story of the city together. And then there's reasons why things are the way they are. And we don't... like... obviously we're trying to build the best city we can, but it's not trying to be a perfect city either. So yeah. Okay. Sorry, while I focus again on trying to find some buildings to put down. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, this side's gonna have some slightly less appealing infrastructure, I feel. No, but you know what? This leads to the business park. No, we cannot have this. We need some kind of fancy... Let's go back to our urban promenade buildings. So, mixed residential commercial, let's look at you again. Or actually, let's make use of some of these. Oh, look at that. So cool. Now, this is technically a medical center. I'm trying to see if there's anything on it that would suggest that it is a medical center. So only the front shows medical center. I think. Oh, it's not specialized clinics. Do you say specialized clinic anywhere? Do you? Don't think you do. Because this would work very well as a plaza underneath the Soprano Towers, if you will. Look at that. Whoa. That's kind of interesting. I kind of like that, actually. Let's see how it's positioned best for... Okay, bring it around. Because to me, logically, when you have a train entrance that goes here, right, you'd want the open plaza to be here. So if I... And it's a matter of adjusting it to fit. Interesting. Okay, we'll work on it, like positioning wise, but I think that's kind of the direction I want to go with this. Well then, hello, good morning. How are we doing today? Welcome in to our new district center here in Cubby Cliff. We have worked on one side so far with Circle Park, and now we're trying to work on a little like office park area next to the train station. And I'm just trying to figure out what buildings to place down, basically. Actually, okay. On that note, this building. But do people want to live? Because these are housing buildings. Housing buildings? House buildings? You wouldn't want to live too near a train station. It just gets very loud and noisy. So maybe not this one. Okay. You are building your PC this weekend. Ooh. Now, is this a PC that is capable of streaming? Is that a direction we're heading in life? Or is this just for, like, general playing games? What is this? This is interesting. Hold up. Can I use this somewhere? This is very random, but at the same time, I feel like this would be something that can be used as an architectural element or something in this area. Oh, I don't know where to put it. Like here? Oh, I need the escalator to figure out the actual layout of this. Okay, I'm placing this down here first. Then we will see. You are? Ooh. Ooh. Yet another one's joining. Best of luck with the building. I have never built my own computer and I do not dare to. Like, I hear all these things about computers being so, oh my gosh, this is gigantic, being so like finicky and fragile, and I cannot bring myself to trust myself to do it. So I always just get computers built separately. Fountain, maybe? Fountain, garden, landscape kind of thing. All possible options. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with these buildings right now, because they work well as a pair. The problem is they also feel like buildings that should have things on top of it, and I don't know what other towers to put. Okay, hold up. Let's figure this out. I feel so much more relaxed having the number of hours we've had for today's stream to slowly build. Like, sometimes I feel like our usual 2.5 hours is not enough time. But it's also the whole, like, I'm just in a place today to have the energy to keep going for so long. I feel like if I were to do that normally, I would get so tired. No worries, Benny. Have a good shower. Your cousin's helping me. He has built every PC you have had. Oh, okay. Oh, he has built every PC he has had. Okay, cool. Oh, nice, like, family activity. Would I ever build a PC? I'm not sure. I think the issue for me is that it's not something that I feel like I have a passion in learning. So versus something like trains and urban planning and stuff like that one, sure, like, we'll spend all afternoon learning about it, but I don't think PC parts interest me. And then, it's also the cost of it, is that I feel like the difference in price between, at least here in Singapore, the difference in price between someone building it for you versus building it yourself is not much, right? So then it ends up being not worth the time unless you have an interest in it. But I feel like it's a very valuable skill to have. Like, truly, for people who are willing to put in the time to learn it and actually figure it out, I feel like it's very much worth it once you can get past the whole, like, oh, what am I doing? Am I gonna break this? And then can you imagine the pain that comes from being like, oops, I broke something. I broke my CPU. I can't bring myself to do that. I am actually wondering whether it's just because I see you doing your 7-hour streams, and then I see my 2.5-hour runtime and be like, oh, not good enough. No, I'm just kidding. But it's also because I see you having so much fun with your long streams that, like, part of me is also like, oh, okay, maybe I should actually consider doing a bit longer than I do. Again, it's the whole I've been taking it slow, warming back up into getting, like, to all of this, right? How long did I used to go for? I feel like I used to go for 3 hours? No, it was probably 2.5 hours as well. So I guess that's what I always felt comfortable with. And then, okay, you know what? These shops, I'm not feeling these shops, like these two. Just the way that they're sitting doesn't sit well with me. Because if you look behind, like, this thing sticks out, and I don't like how it's doing that. So this will be a question mark. Like, I'll get back to that one. But yes, for now, you love playing Dinkum, you can't stop it. No, and that's so fun to see. Like, I love that. I love seeing you love playing Dinkum. And honestly, you are the first streamer I've seen that incorporates all sorts of, like, little fun moments for your chat as well. Like the whole mini game thing. I'm always never around when you do it, but like the whole, how your Discord has all of the different things that you have as, like, things to do during your stream. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how this path is supposed to be, oops, done smoothly. Here we go. Okay. So, while we're just, like, throwing all sorts of compliments, what I'm trying to do is actually create a slope that goes from the train station up to this area, and then this area can be like a park again. which also connects to here. So there will be a way for the trains, people to get out from here, if I figure it out. And so you have business park area. Oh, I really love how this actually has kind of built up. Because I didn't know how this area was going to turn out at the start of the day. But it's kind of... Oh gosh, these are too tall. No, office buildings, why do you have to be like this? Okay, mixed residential. Let's use some of you. See, and then these are too short. Oh, this is kind of an interesting building. Too short again. Oh... Why, game? Why? It's too... None of these are fit. I guess this one kind of does. There. I don't like that it's blank walls, but we will live with it for now. That's just your ideas you're experimenting with. It's just stuff you want to see. Which, again, it's like... It brings something so unique, I feel, to like the world of streaming, the world of Dinkum. And with what you were saying earlier about how usually in real life it wouldn't be something you naturally like vocalize and things. So it's so nice to see. I also think this might be the first build I've done in City Skylines, like both City Skylines 1 and 2, that plays into terraforming and landscaping as well in terms of layer heights. I tend to build cities that are just flat, like this kind of thing, but to have this sort of area figured out where it's actually based on 3 different levels of land, that's kind of cool. Like it's very nice to see come together. Okay. My issue is that I wish it was this way. Because if it was this way, I could very easily slot it in somewhere. The problem is now... Oh, actually, hold up. Maybe here. Ta-da! We have some kind of situation. I don't really know what that is, but we'll work with it. And then if I put in some... See, stuff like this. So I know we were aiming for waterfall, but let's just go with landscaped area. Riley KS Gaming, good morning. Welcome in. We built this city on rock and roll. Technically, the floor is made of dirt and rock. So you are half right. Rolling is because we have our fake escalator here and it's not actually in the game yet. So people will roll down this hill. Oh my gosh. That's hard to say. Let's do... Yeah, I think it's like definitely this game needs more options when it comes to the vegetation. Actually, does it exist? No. Yeah, we only have these. So I would prefer more options when it comes to these things, but I think for a start, with what we have, I like it. There you go. Also, thank you for the shout out throughout stream actually today. Thank you for the shout outs, Rai. Now, Riley, have you done your... Or is that like a scheduled thing? Let's see. I saw something about Hello Kitty. And that was... As someone who doesn't, like, play anything related to Hello Kitty, it was... Okay, you have done that stream. How was it? Not... It would have never crossed my path if, like, you didn't play it. So, I'm just curious what the game is about. Okay, actually, wait, no. That tree doesn't work, so... Let's bring this here. Is it like because I haven't watched the VOD yet, right? Is it a adventure game? What is it about? Okay. Oh, okay. One thing I did play around with when I was experimenting, right, is we have these solar roof things. So when we eventually get Oh no, it's not called solar roof. What's it called? When we eventually get staircases or escalators, not roof. Let's try and find it. Here we go. Nyla, hello, welcome in. Also, can I just say, like, I am so sorry every time when cause you say hi to me all the time in chats, right? And then sometimes I'm like, wait, is that actually Nyla? And then I just be like, hi. And then it's only in recent streams that I've caught on that Princess of Pineapples equals Nyla. So I was like, oh, okay, yes. So I will be confidently calling you that. So you probably don't care at all, but it's just, I felt like I've always had to say that to you. So, but yes, welcome in. Welcome to the world of City Skylines. Welcome to a little district center we're building here in our Taiwanese-inspired city. It's Hello Kitty and the Sanrio characters, and they land on a deserted adventure park island and they try to resort it after finding where everyone landed first. What? That actually sounds kind of interesting. Now I'm... Okay, I'm gonna watch it later. I'm gonna watch it after stream. We'll have to see. That actually sounds very... So there's a story to it, I'm guessing. Oh, okay, wait. We can layer. We have shops here. This is potentially possible. Okay, actually, that's just still a wall. Oh, wait, no. Okay, we'll just leave that there for now. Your name is Nyla? No, it's okay. As long as I connect the dots to be like, okay, yes, this person is that. Because on Rise stream, there's so many people that I'm like, okay, when Rise says your name, I know who you are. And then when I look at your username, I'm like, oh wait, no. Because there's the whole... You know how sometimes there will be that conversation of like, oh, this person's real name is not actually this person. And then I just get very confused. Like, specifically, Marie, like Hollow Horizons. I keep forgetting that she's Marie. So when I see and because the word Hollow Horizon does not look anything like Marie, so whenever I see that name, I'm like, oh wait, no, who are you? Hi. A lot of people getting motion sickness from Hello Kitty. Oh no, oh no. I'm actually finding it quite interesting that ooh, nice building. Let's place this down somewhere first. The fact that so many people have now said that they get motion sickness from playing Minecraft. Cause like I came from the era of Minecraft Let's Plays and stuff, right? So I was making videos in that, watching Rai do it too. Back then, no one said that. So it's just very interesting. I didn't know like that was the kind of impact that it has on people. When you introduce Bonaki to citrus fruit. Thank you, Rai. You can't even pan the camera. Oh. So it's not like a first person, I mean a third person kind of camera situation thing? Interesting, interesting. Okay. Yeah, we tend to have fun little introductions for every streamer that we know. Which, by the way, if we haven't come up with a command for like you and you're in chat, let us know. I mean, even good old Benny has one. Good old Benny. Does it still work? Let's see. No. Oh, okay, yeah, it does. I was thinking we have to change it every so often. It's like every season or something. Benny will have a new... Until he starts streaming, he will have like a unique command that changes every so often. Okay. So... I guess we're leaving these buildings here, in that case, because... Like, these were meant to be temporary, but I've just started decorating around it, so... Oh, I know what we can do. Hold up, hold up. Since we are doing vegetation and stuff, let us... And it snaps, which is the best thing. This might be our first... landscaped roof? Question mark? The tricky thing is that for some reason plants in the game look nothing like the thumbnail. Like, you can see, right? It's supposed to look blue, but it just doesn't. So I get very confused as to what I'm putting down. Like, what are we aiming for? How do you bring up your channel? You started. Ooh. Ooh. Fancy. Now, you use the same computer as Rai, right? Or do you play this on like a console or something? Because I cannot imagine Cyberpunk running on a computer. It's gonna melt. It's just gonna... I don't know, that's just my vision when I see that game. It's just high intensity, you know? Oh my gosh, what's happening here? Okay. It's the season, I'm assuming? What season is it? It's fall. Oh, thank you, Weldon. Yes. Makes sense now. Oh, also, wait, no, we haven't been checking on our dear Mo Mavison. No! Oh no! No! Who... Do we remember? Okay, well, I mean, he's had another child. Helen's... No! Sorry, because there's a feature in this game that we can follow specific citizens. Mo Mavison was our first ever resident. Oh, Helen. Is it our fault? Is it because they don't have, like, medical care? Which I don't have death care in this city. Hold up. No. Let's place down something. Just for now. Again, all of these are temporary things. Oh. Hospital. I know we placed one down. Small medical clinic. Yeah, here. Maybe if I place it down on this side. Or like here so that they can U-turn. Oh. Well, it was a life well lived here in Montai City. As they witnessed. Yeah, because they got to witness... Wow, look at the scale of this area. They got to witness the district center being developed in front of their house. Wow. Okay, no, it's actually hit me how like large scale we've ended up building. Cause remember this view, the one with the trees and things. Oh, hello car. Who are you? Rayleigh, Christina Rayleigh. Who are you? Terry Nicholson. Hello. Cause this whole area was just like grass and green and stuff, and then now, let's see. There's so many buildings. Although that's cause one of these tall buildings are not meant to be there. So you come here. Oh, I kind of like it actually. Looking good. I'm so happy with what we've actually ended up building today. I think like this little central plaza as well, and then the future kind of business park up here with the taller buildings. So from down here, you get that sense of like the height of it as well. If you walk this way, there will be little shops and things that we can come up with. And then houses, parks. Obviously more detail is needed for stuff like that. And then if you walk... Oh, okay, wait, I might have messed up the path. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. And then the path goes up this slope. And you end up at the business park. Then the field of view, let's say, is not the best for this view. But the idea's there. Oh, I quite like this. Yay, everyone. It was worth the how many hours? 3.5 hours of extra streaming. Okay, let's just save it. Let's just save it. Oh, and I hope Mo will be... what was her name? Oh no. Is that carrying Helen? I think that's the one. Hold up. Yeah. It's our first death, everyone. Rest in peace. I actually have never seen what happens once it goes to the crematorium. Does it just like... Do we just lose them? Oh no, they've been removed from the family anyway. Okay. Let's just see. Sorry, I'm just curious how this game works. You would think after playing it for about 14 months, I would know the services and stuff. Oh, Helen. What does it do? Does it just disappear? I think it just disappears. Like, it probably just... Oh, that's new. So this didn't used to be a thing. They didn't used to park the service vehicles like this. Oh, I didn't even know what job Helen was doing. Oh, okay. Rest in peace, Helen. We will always remember. Maybe we should name all the buildings after Helen. Let's call... Oh, I can't call... No, I can't call any park this. Helen Ring Park? No. Can you imagine you're just like a random citizen that happens to be the first people moving in, and then they'll just be like, okay, let's name a park after you. This game changed quick. Yeah, it's a part of city life, unfortunately. We will have citizens that move on in life. At some point, Mo is gonna move on. And then what happens? Will we actually be around to witness? Because the game doesn't, like... If you don't pay attention, it's just gonna happen without you knowing it. And then you'll be in trouble. Okay. A memorial park. Helen of Treble. Oh, dearie me. Well, if we find an appropriate spot for Helen and her trebles, we'll... What do you think her life story was? I think she worked at the water treat... No, Mo works at the water treatment plant. To be fair, isn't that just how founder stuff works? They just happen to be first. Technically, yes. Although it's more for... I would say founder stuff are more for, like, people of significance, not necessarily the first citizen that moved in. But I mean, it doesn't have to be that way in Montai City, right? We can do things differently here. Okay. I just want to expand this area while we are, like, just observing the space. Just so I can start to visualize what's happening in this, like, zone. There's definitely going to be a path that needs to go here. And then, you know what? Let's bring up some props. The pergolas? Now known as double names because contentious views on how it's supposed to be spelled. Let's do... Okay, a little gazebo situation going on here. And then I want to place down some... What are these? Garden rooms? Look at these! These are cool! Oh! Co-working spaces. Not co-working spaces, like... little pods you can rent for work. Oh, I need to put these somewhere. Okay, we'll... place this down first. Place this down somewhere first, and then we'll... I want to use those somewhere. You know how they have those little... Oh, these are cool! Oh my gosh, I love these. Okay, hold up. Let's explore some of this. I know it's not meant to be used in this way, but think of it as a little cafe, if you will. Like a container cafe. So, which actually is very fitting for a Taiwanese-inspired city, is that they have spaces for these little shops in their cities, right? Quite Japanese in a sense. Again, shared history, where people can just run their little cafes and coffee shops without fearing about rent being too expensive, makes things accessible. So imagine this. This is like a little area near the train station where they just run their own little like indie businesses. And it's a fun time for all. Pop-up cafes, yeah. But not even pop-up. It's like these are actually cafes, just in very small areas. And then can I change the color? You can. You can change colors. Oh, revelations. Yeah, and then... Okay. Here we go with all the signage again, everyone. We have to find... Let's do coffee. Just to make things easy. Oh no. Cafe? Oh no, we have to go through it one by one. Okay, we just scroll to the random part of this sign neon. Primeval petrol, save money. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Let's... Tannery... Bomber fuel... Cardio... Cat in the cabin... Cat in the cabin... Oh, that's gigantic. Okay, wait, no. Round, small. Yeah, these are all... too big. Too big. Large, medium... We need small. Oh, look at these! Yes, okay, this sort of sign, right? So... that actually makes sense, because it's like... a cafe would probably use a power on sign to represent the boost that you get from drinking coffee, right? So that's... and then let's find other versions of this. We have... Capine? I don't know how you would say that name, but... and then oh, it's a petrol station. Okay, well, I mean, you can have a sign with your latest coffee prices. At some point, we probably need it, given how prices are changing. Okay, small sign front for Capine. Capine. How do we, what are, like, what's our consensus on how that's supposed to be pronounced? I'm going with Capine. Capin? Someone stop me. It's gonna keep going. And then we find benches and tables? Question mark? There should be tables. Oh, like caffeine. Caffeine? No, that doesn't sound right. That sounds worse, actually. We can just call it caffeine without the P, if that helps. Bench? Table. Table. There are tables with umbrellas, I think. Commercial tables. Oh, okay, that works, that works. Helen's favorite. Azzy! So morbid! Okay, no, but you're right. Probably existed, like it was her favorite. Her favorite coffee, will go with that. That works. Table, commercial, set 2. Okay, here we go. Helen worked there. Oh no. Oh. Also question, where was this from? Where did I find? Okay, here. I suddenly panicked. I was like, I don't remember where this came from. Okay, I need some that are like here, and then like this. Oh wait, no, there are doors here too. Okay. So it's almost like a shared sitting area, you know, with the tables like this. Oh, I love that we've come up, like, we found this. Because this helps so much with the whole creating a little cozy space for a city. And then, if we bring in the... Ooh! Oh, I forgot that they have these! They have hedges and walls and things. Ooh. Okay. Again, more opportunities for detailing. And then... ooh, can I find a way to blend this in? So it's almost like... oh, it kind of hits the sign. Like this. There is no caffeine like Capine Coffee House. Now, are we about to start speculating how Helen died? Do we think it was too much coffee? Or do you think it was not enough coffee? Maybe there was a day that they were closed. And then... wait, but she used to work there. She didn't actually... like, she was she a customer? Was she not a customer? This is the daily newspaper of Montai City starts speculating about the country's first death. What does this mean for the future of our city? I think she was poisoned by Benny! What happened to peaceful, calm city? I mean, I say this now, but Mo does work at a water treatment plant. I mean, he does have access to such. Oh, also, how are people suddenly moving in? Oh, I know why. This is a real building. One of this is a real building. They're trying to move in. Okay, that's fine. Just move into empty houses. Why not? She got backstabbed by Barbara that always complained that her coffee was not hot enough. Oh, so was it like an accident, a little accident as to... Like, Helen wanted revenge, so prepared the coffee really hot, but accidentally spilled it on herself. And then that led to complications. And where's this stream going? 3.5 hours, everyone. That's how long it takes to a stream to go off the rails. Oh, dearie me. There we go. Okay. Oh, nice. He's a follower of a Nurgle and poisoned her. Soon her body will explode with diseases and plagues and spread throughout the Montai. Okay, Betty, okay. What has happened in the shower? Are you okay? So, moments you can only catch on Benny's future channel. Link in the description somewhere. YouTube.com/BennyDreadful. Streams coming soon. Stay tuned. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Have I messed up? I kind of put this on the slant. It's fine. Not everything needs to be straight in life. Okay. Just something like that will work for now. Okay. Just... So at least this made use of this little square, because I was kind of lost as to what to do with it. So, hooray, we have a use for it. And then we can keep going. I think what I'll do is, because we are technically at our usual time that we run out, although we've been going for so long anyway today, I will continue some of this off stream and then we'll come back to it next time on stream to continue. Oh, but I really love what we've ended up with for this area. Like, look at it. It's layered, it has height, it has train. We need to do so much more with the train network as well. Like, again, just to recap, we need to transform this entire city's network from, where is it? From our current, like, one station to all of this just for the one owl that we're currently working on, and there's like 5 owls. So that's gonna be an interesting challenge. Saves us, like, it gets us going for another 270 episodes. So yeah, but so I think we'll leave it here for today. Thank you so much to everyone who has been here, chatting, watching, lurking, all of the things. Thank you for all of the people who were here early as well, really appreciate it. And can't wait to see where this city keeps going. Like, we're off to a good start, considering this is what we've done, like, for 3 episodes. So, yeah. Now, our next stream is gonna be on Tuesday. And what was I planning to do on Tuesday? I think Tuesday is gonna be a... Let's look at the calendar. Oh, I want to play... and it goes along with the topic of today, which is like trains and stuff, right? There is this game that I've been gifted, revolving around trains and stuff. So we will be exploring that on stream on Tuesday. So if you'd like to join in, stay tuned for that. And then I think Saturday, we might do... Oh wait, no, okay. So next Saturday, I won't be streaming. So it will just be Tuesday for next week. So if you'd like to stay in touch, feel free to. I'm actually gonna just do... Hold up. Oopsies. Should have prepared this once again. If you'd like to join the Discord, here is the actual link. The command is broken, so I had to do that. And then you can stay in touch with both my schedule and like the progress of this city. But yeah, so until the next time we meet, have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay well. And we will speak to you soon.